What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Lobo Nation is on Jack FM. KOOI, Jacksonville, Tyler, Longview.
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Well, good evening, sports fans, and welcome to season number 3. The high school football playoffs underway. Your Longview Lobos head into the third season. This is the John King Coaches Show. I'm Harlan, the sports guy. Welcome, Pigskin Bob. And special guest this week on the John King Coaches Show, head coach John King of the Longview Lobos.
Well, thank you for the invite.
I thought you were the star. I didn't know you were a special guest.
I'm both.
Thank you.
I just do whatever y'all tell me to do.
He just keeps the ratings up. That's all we need.
It's brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Buick Fiat in Longview. And Coach, this is the third season, right?
It is the third season. You got to earn the right to get here, and we did. 23rd year in a row. Lobos are in the playoffs, and that's a heck of a streak. And we're not ready to end it tonight. You know, we're not going to be satisfied with just being in the playoffs. We want to make a run, and a serious run.
20th season as a head coach for the Lobos. How many district titles out of those 20?
You hit me with a question.
Yeah,
16.
I'm thinking
16?
I was fixing to say 17. I was thinking the Highland Park years.
Lost back to
we
back
hate Highland
there,
Park.
and lost in 12. We ended up third that year. Then in 17, we were second.
Yeah. So a third and 3 seconds, and then the rest are goal footballs.
That's right.
Is that right?
And
Nice to have a goal football.
We were talking about that gold football is important, isn't it?
It is in Longview, Texas.
That has meaning. You want to get that, not just the playoffs, but the gold ball.
It's going in the trophy case, and I don't know how many we've won throughout the years. I think getting close to 50 district titles, which is nice to have. You know, it's what you shoot for. I mean, you got to set goals throughout the regular season, whether it's a winning record or qualifying for the playoffs or being a number one seed. And for us, the fourth goal is the district title and the gold ball.
And who knows what the future is 25, 50 years from now when they look back on the history of Longview Lobo football, and they will. Is Longview going to be the only Longview high school? Are they going to be down? Are they going to be a program that everybody flees years from now? And boy, back in the early 2000s, man, they used to win district title every year. And that old John King, boy, he'd take them. They'd win a gold football every year. You don't take that for granted.
No, and it's not me. You know that. It's the players, it's the program, it's the coaches, it's the community, it's everything involved in that. But it's great pride that you take in your school. And, I can remember, I think it was 7 years between district titles for Longview football. Mm-hmm. That's a drought that not a lot of people were happy with. Right. They won it in 97, the year they went to the semifinals, and we didn't win another title in 04.
Finals. Didn't they have finals in 97?
Mm-hmm. Played for state championship.
Yeah, lost to Caney.
And we didn't win another title in 04. And that sure was nice to get that gold ball again. That was special. And for us, the tradition is this. If you win a district championship, you get a picture.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Tell everybody who doesn't know the story.
You get a 24x36 team picture that goes in the coach's office.
Only when you win district.
Win district. And if you go to the fourth round or further, you get a big one on the wall in the hallway.
Big one.
So,
and what about when you win a
everybody
state
wants to come by? You get a big one, and you get a trophy up there in the athletic department in the trophy case. You get a nice ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
I like to
the
live that
picture
again.
you want. Yes.
Yeah. I'd like to do that again. The last time we did it, it was a blur. I don't remember a lot of it. If I'm fortunate enough to win another, I'm going to enjoy it a little bit better.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this could be that run. Talk about the game last week. It was kind of a not as stiff a competition, and we described it as a good week to get ready for the playoffs.
Well, we didn't play our best football, but we were not just totally sloppy and out of sync. West Mesquite played us a little differently. They tried to run all the time off the shot clock before they snapped the ball and slowed things down. But we got going after a couple of drives. Andrew Tutt didn't play. Maverick Rose started at quarterback, and I thought he played well.
Yeah.
Threw for 200 yards, threw one left-handed. I mean, he's probably the second best passer in East Texas.
Really?
Yeah. behind Grayson Herring at Troop, who hit Pigskin Bob running across the field.
I'm going to take this outside, Coach. That son of a gun.
Well, I hear now that you're kind of like the target. Every prep rally, you're the target. Throw a ball at Bob.
This big head right here is going to be on TikTok. Goodness.
But no, Maverick had a heck of a game. He played well. We did a good job running the football. Ethan Harrison scored his first touchdown.
All right.
Caught a couple of big balls. DK
Was that his first?
No, it was not his first.
He caught one against Marshall. Well, he ran his first touchdown.
Yes, he did.
How about that?
Yeah, I know.
First touchdown rushing.
Very cool.
And then defensively, Brendan Reese had a big night for us, about 20 tackles, and we held them to a shutout. So, good night.
So everything you wanted coming out of that game.
We were healthy coming out.
Healthy, and you didn't show up unprepared and taking them lightly. And
no, I don't think so.
We were telling you off the air with Johnny Vaughn, who, by the way, did you see his parking job?
He did a great job.
He nailed it
between the white lines.
Because
I'm going to have to talk to him.
He didn't like you, and I teased him a couple weeks ago that there was a coach who got upset last week in a game they kind of needed to win, and they ended up falling down a seeding. And we said, Coach, what happened? And he said they thought they could just show up and win by 70.
My thoughts on that are you got to do a better job during the week. It ain't game night. You lose a game. It's the whole week of preparation. It's the whole mindset. There's things you got to address. Because believe me, I've been there. Mm-hmm. And didn't do a good job of preparing them and mentally, keeping them focused and talking about things we need to talk about and go out there and slop around. Just take things for granted. I think you got to do a better job of that through the week. We try. Like going in tonight, knock on wood. I mean, it's kids are kids.
Kids are kids.
And now the kids stay at school till kickoff, right? They
don't leave after school.
You do not leave after school, and you got a routine that you guys
home game
have
routine
ready for
we're going to stay with. Yeah, but it's we're not going to get out of that routine. They know the expectations. And you just try to do everything you can to keep them focused and entrenched in what it is you want to do. Is go win a football game. It's just not a deal where you're trying to break routine and just have fun. I mean, you're trying to win a game.
We're recording this at 9:06 a.m. on Friday morning of game day, and I believe the Porter Spartans are getting on a bus right now to head this way. So let's take a break, come back, and we'll talk about those Spartans as they're coming up here to get their whooping. We'll do that after this on the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peters Chevrolet in Longview on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And, of course, the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Well, good evening, Lobo Nation. Welcome back to the John King Coaches Show. I'm Harlan, the sports guy, with my partner, Pigskin Bob. And this is brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, and Fiat in Longview. Longtime supporter of them Lobos.
Yes, they have. I mean, from Randy down through Mark to Logan, who played for us, Keith and Chris.
Hey, it starts with Randy, though.
Yeah, it does.
That boy's green.
Yeah.
He loves that rocking out.
And you drive a Chevrolet, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, and hey, Haynes continues to make headlines out there in Georgia. I mean,
yeah, he's having a good year. Georgia Tech's, they're 5-4 now and sitting third in the ACC, and got 3 to play, and possibly getting bowl eligible.
Get one, you get a bowl game.
Get a bowl game, and who knows what can happen if you win more than one. So, but they're playing better, and he's having a good year and is in a good place.
Well, the Porter Spartans are headed north. Like I said, as we speak, they're probably crawling on a bus, trying to figure out where Longview is, and coming up here. But they're not what everyone would think of as a 4 seed. And we've seen some terrible 4 seeds come in here. This is not the case, is it, Coach?
No, it's not. In that district, I would say they had 5 or 6 teams that could have had a chance to make the playoffs, but there was a lot of parity in the district with their top tier teams, and they're 7-3. They lost the opener to crosstown rival New Caney. Then they had 2 district losses, but the big win they had was last Friday night to beat Barbers Hill. Yeah. And a lot of people didn't think that would happen, including me. I was kind of shocked by it, And
they were down big, weren't they?
They were down 21-7, came back, tied it up, won it in overtime.
But if they would have lost that game, would they have not made the playoffs?
No, they were in either way.
So by winning in overtime, they get you in the first round.
Going in, they thought that we got the loser of Barbers Hill and New Caney Porter. And what happened was Port Arthur Memorial lost, which caused a 3-way tie for teams that are 2 lost teams. And then the point differential is what broke the tie. And they were behind in points, so they wound up still being 4th and coming to us. So it was kind of a weird night. We thought we were going to get Barbers Hill after our game and then find out Port Arthur Memorial lost, and then there's a tiebreaker, so it wound up being New Caney Porter. So
they didn't know while they were playing the game they were going to be 4th no matter what. If
they think if they win, they're not going
to get to 3 and not have to go to Longview.
Yes.
But welcome to Longview, boys.
It's a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place.
They got some talent. That
quarterback's dangerous. They run triple option out of the gun. They what people call 20 personnel. They're going to have 3 backs in the backfield, sniffer and 2 backs, and they will run triple option, and that's it. And it starts with the quarterback. It all goes through him. We'll have to play assignment football. Can't get caught sleeping. Can't. Chase ghosts with motion and different blocking schemes they give you. It's going to be difficult, but it's triple option. It can turn into double option with the midline stuff that they do, or it's either a give or a keep. And if he gets vertical with the football, he's hard to tackle. Yeah. And that's kind of – he's been their guy all year long. That's their M.O. And then defensively, they're a scrappy bunch. Going to play out of an odd front. play a bunch of kids both ways. Both running backs play corner. They're going to put the best people on the field and give themselves a chance to win.
Explain to folks the difference between your offense that they practice against in the spring and what they're going to see tonight out of Porter.
Well, for us, our offense, we go against the springs on the center. We run a triple option on the center,
right,
where there's a dive or the quarterback can keep it or quarterback can pitch it. They're doing it out of the gun, and they're going to have ways that they can arc and load it that they can get numbers on you and different angles on you that they do with that. We're more of the old school triple option on the center. We're going to run a hard dive with the fullback because we're trying to establish the fullback. They're trying to get the fullback going, but they really won't put it in one's hands. They're going to find a way to get numbers on you and get bodies blocked and let him go.
When I was talking to my uncle, he lives down in the Woodlands this past week, and I told him Longview is going to have Porter. He said, the Porter that's near the Woodlands? I said, yeah, that. He said, I can't believe they've already made it to 5A Division I. Yeah. Couldn't believe how fast they've grown. Can a football team get good that quick being at a new school at this level?
Sure you can.
Harlan High School is younger than that school.
There's a bunch of schools in the Metroplex areas that just blow up. High school splits, and they open a new high school.
And in a couple of years, day one?
Mm-hmm. No, well, not from day one. I mean, normally it takes a couple of years. But it
can happen fast.
It can happen within 2 or 3 years as soon as they can get a senior class in there, because a lot of them open up, they only have sophomores. They play JV football. Then next year they'll play varsity with only juniors. And then by the time they get to having a senior class and they get their program developed, it can happen. But you think it happened in Denton Guyer really fast.
Mm-hmm.
They went from 0-10 to state semifinals in like 3 or 4 years.
So since they don't have a big history, we can't just gloss over that and say they don't bring anything to the table.
No, they bring a lot to the table. I've watched them on film for the last 3 or 4 years because Lufkin was in a district with them for a while, and we got Lufkin in the playoffs where we would evaluate their video against those guys. And last year we watched Crosby against them. They were one of the few teams that played with a tight end that we could watch. So we've kind of watched New Caney Porter kind of transpire through the years. It's gotten better. And the guy they had at quarterback the last couple of years is now playing receiver for them. So one's the guy, the quarterback. 15, the other quarterback, he plays receiver. He's a big, tall kid that can stretch the field. They throw one-on-one routes to him.
See, a dummy like me doesn't think about when you're watching game film for this team, you're also making mental notes that someday I might see those rascals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think further than today.
You're pretty good at this.
Yeah. Some people don't believe that.
I have trouble getting past lunch.
Yeah. Got a pretty good memory. So.
Yeah. I find that very interesting. You know their coach?
No. Coach Russell, I've never met him face to face, talked with him on the phone 2 or 3 times, but I don't personally know him.
Yeah.
Good guy dealing with, and wasn't much trouble.
You should listen to the Coach Dickie Ratcliffe show. That dude is something interesting out at Bear Bottom.
Bear Bottom?
We have him on every week on our show, and he's an interesting cat.
Well, Coach Flanagan out in Shanglu, when I was growing up in Louisiana, he was a cat too.
There's a bunch of them out there.
Hard to deal with. Yeah, them old country guys, that red dirt.
That's right.
I think bathe in it.
This guy, Dickie Ratcliffe, goes 0-20 down in Seabrook. Comes up here, takes over Bear Bottom, wins 10-0. Is that bananas?
It is bananas.
Almost unbelievable.
You think it's coaching or talent?
He says it's coaching.
I'm thinking it's momentum. But
is there such a thing?
But I didn't know if y'all want to go. We don't have time for that conversation.
We can go to commercial, come back, and John and I debate momentum.
I got things to do.
We've already been down that road.
All right, then we'll wrap this up and get it out to Lobo Stadium for round 1 playoff action tonight between Porter and Longview. Should be fun. And thank you, Coach King. Have a great week. And you're going to see Haynes play tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Clemson, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Touch the granite, right? Coming down that hill.
They're going to touch it. I don't know if I'll get a chance to touch it.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. Never been there.
Go steal it. Yeah. That's like a spirit stick. That's what we do.
I'm going to try to get back home Sunday, so no, I'll decline.
Yeah, we'll need you next week.
Good luck. We'll do this again next week in round 2 of the playoffs, but right now we'll send it back to the stadium for Johnny and Brian and get you ready for the kickoff coming up here in just a minute. This is your John King Coaches Show presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat on your home for Longview Lobo football. 106.5 Jack FM.
Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Right now, come and get behind the wheel of a new Jeep Wrangler for $1,500 off MSRP. And shop new Wrangler, Gladiator, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Black Friday sales event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick and Longview.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas, and we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back, and Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall, because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Hell yeah! 106.5 Jack FM presents Longview Lobo High School Football.
KOOY Jacksonville. Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Also brought to you by Eastman Credit Union, Longview Kilgore Cable TV, Sorry and Hoover Law Firm, Fish's RV Center, Longview Orthopedic Clinic, Christus Good Shepherd, Soapy's Car Wash, Hot Dog Express, Telco Plus Credit Union, and McDaniel's Quality Body Works. The Lobos are on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo Nation, it's time for Longview Lobos football on 106.5 Jack FM. Live from Lobo Stadium in Longview, Texas, it's the Class 5A by-district playoff game between the number 2 ranked team in the state and the District 7 5A Division I champions, the Longview Lobos, against the new Caney Porter Spartans, tied for second place in District 8 5A Division 1, but fourth place in the tiebreaker. Good evening, I'm Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. The Lobos of John King are 9-1 this year and in the playoffs for the 23rd consecutive year. The Lobos are coming off a 43-0 win over West Mesquite. They were led on defense last week by linebacker Brendan Reese, who recorded 15 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. Maverick Rowe got his first career varsity start at quarterback in place of Andrew Tutt, who was held out for precautionary measures. Rowe completed 9 of 14 passes for 203 yards and a touchdown. Of course, the main man for the Lobos, number 1 running back in the country, Oklahoma commit Taylor Tatum. He's rushed for 1,244 yards and 17 scores. He has 138 receiving yards and another touchdown. He's even thrown a touchdown pass. The new Caney Porter Spartans of Coach Billy Russell are 7-3 and 6-2 in District 8 5A Division 1. They upset Barbers Hill last week 27-21 to prevent the Eagles from winning their district title. That win forced a 3-way tie for second in the district. Tiebreakers made Porter the fourth place team in the playoff. Lucky them, they get to come to Longview. This is only the 6th playoff appearance in the history of this program, which started back in 2010. Last time Porter was in the playoffs was 2019. They're 1-4 in playoff games. The Spartans are led by quarterback Peyton Evans-Pickens, a fast focal point of the offense. They'll run the option much of the time out of the gun. On defense, their best player is middle linebacker Ryan Gillum. He has great speed both downhill and laterally. He's tough. He loves contact. Spartans have been in a lot of close games. They average almost 32 points a game. They give up 25. The winner plays the winner of Carrollton Newman Smith and Frisco Reedy. It is Longview versus Porter in the first round of the Class 5A Division I playoffs. Bringing in Johnny Vaughn as we get ready to kick this thing off. Johnny, it's hard to get a feel for who you're dealing with when you know very little about a team like Porter coming into this ball game.
Yeah, well, we've never played them. I doubt anybody here's ever even seen them play. But they've won 5 of their last 6 games, so they were good in the last part of the season. They do have an excellent quarterback. He's got great speed. You can watch him on the film, and he does a lot of bellies and pulls it out, and then he runs the ball. And if he can get into the secondary, it's going to be tough to handle him. He can make the big plays. It'll be interesting to see how Longview defenses him. One of the things that I think is going to give Porter a problem is I don't think that their offensive line has a great size. And I think one of Longview's strengths is their defensive line and their linebackers. So it may be tough for the kind of offense that they run to move the ball against Longview. But we'll watch that early and see how we react to their quarterback and how they react to our defensive front.
One edge that they have, Porter has, coming in is that we really have not faced a team this year that runs a lot of triple option. We see some zone read from time to time, but this bunch, they really literally run that as their primary offense out of the gun.
It's kind of a throwback offense. You used to see this all the time.
Everywhere.
And now you don't see it very often. Having said that, though, I'm going to go back to our defensive line, and at the end of the day, it's hard to block those front 4 that we've got. So we'll see how this works, but I think it's going to be tough for Porter to run against Longview.
Well, we're going to get ready for it. Porter against Longview, first round of the playoffs. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star. 0% for 72 months or get $9,000 off. Ram heavy-duty trucks. The largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on. Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
55 degrees, a chilly night in Longview for this playoff game. We have a little bit of wind to deal with as well. It comes out of the north-northeast at around 7 miles an hour. There are gusts up to 17 miles an hour. Don't know if that's going to make any difference to either one of these teams. They both like to keep it on the ground a lot. So it's just going to be curious to see how many times either team puts this thing in the air.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And actually, if you look at the flags, they really are not blowing that hard now, so it may be that the wind is dying down a little bit, and that'll be, I guess, an advantage for both teams.
Officials are gathering at the center of the field right now for the coin toss. The Lobos are dressed out in their traditional green jerseys, green pants, gold numbers, green headgear with the gold L. And New Caney on the other end is in their white jerseys with red numerals. They have crimson metallic helmets. They have red pants. And so the captains are coming out to the center of the field now. One thing that Longview most definitely has the edge in is experience in playoff games. Again, their 23rd straight year in the playoffs and over 100 years of playoff experience with Porter just now getting a little taste of what it's like to play postseason ball. But for a fourth-place team to be 7-3, you don't see that all the time. That's a good football team out there.
Well, I think they got it together at the end of the year and really put together like 5 wins here late in it. But it'll be interesting to see also how they react because they don't have very many fans that are here. They haven't really played in the playoffs before. You got a Longview team that everybody on that team went deep into the playoffs last year, and you wonder how they'll react to this situation as a team. And we'll wait and see on that. But sometimes it's pretty tough to go on the road and play in a game where if you lose, you go home, and especially when you don't have the experience with that.
And you're playing the number 2 team in the state. That doesn't help either. So Porter won the toss. They have elected to defer. That means that Longview is going to get the ball to start the game, and that means that Kelvin Washington and Taylor Tatum are going to go out to receive the kickoff. When they get on offense, their line is going to include the center, Tavion Morgan, the guards, Jacoby Watts and Cedric Wrighton, Cameron Murray and Fernando Longoria will be the tackles. Cedric Mitchell and Tyreek Tennyson will rotate at tight end. DeKalen Reese and Ethan Harrison will be the receivers. Then you'll have Andrew Tutt, Taylor Tatum, and we'll see a number of different running backs throughout the night. Kicking off will be number 35, Victor Avila, kicking from our right to our left. And the second season of high school football is underway. It's a high, short kick taken at the 30-yard line, brought out to the 40, and the Lobos are going to have really good field position. I believe that was Lundy, number 44, up back, Mason Lundy, who was able to grab that ball.
Mason Lundy.
And so the defense for Porter will include Carlos Ruiz in the middle. Jose Torres and Aaron Aguirre are the ends. The linebackers on the outside, Ethan Mills and Joey Ingram. Sean Ingram and Ryan Gilliam is their best defensive player. The corners, Carville Allen and Marin Lewis. We'll get the secondary in a moment. They'll run the sweep to Taylor Tatum. Gets a block, still running. Flag goes down. He'll go out of bounds down in front of the Porter bench at around the 44-yard line, but now we'll see what the flag's about. And I would assume that's going to be against Longview, and man, we've seen this all year long. Penalty markers on the first plays of drives.
Yeah, but one thing you did see on that play is Taylor Tatum's great speed. You could tell that they were having trouble getting out to the sideline with him. I can assure you that they've not played 2 backs like Longview has this year.
No doubt. Marin Lewis and Carville Allen are the corners, and Ian Hitchen and Zach Boudreau are the safeties. It was a hold against Longview that's going to back them up to the 30-yard line and make it first down and 20 now for the Lobos. They'll come in 2 wideouts to the left in the ball game. Mason Washington handed off, and gets it and drives to around the 35-yard line for a pickup of 5. So again, but we understand that Buster Mumphrey is healthy tonight, and he'll be back for the first time in about a month. So they'll run a lot of different backs at you. They'll move Tatum around all over the field to try to keep the defense from loading the box on him.
On the stop for the Spartans.
And here come the Lobos on 2nd down and 15 now. Again, 2 wideouts to the left, split backs, and Tut in the gun, play action. Tut looks deep. Now he'll check it down. It's dropped. Taylor Tatum had it thrown, hit him in the numbers. He didn't hang on to it. He was ready to take off and run a long way and just didn't make the catch.
Yeah, he looked up the field before he had the ball and goes incomplete.
3rd down and 15. And Tatum comes out of the ball game now, and checking in will be number 81, Jamerson Derensburg, who plays primarily a linebacker, but he'll come in as a tight end here. Again, they'll have 2 wideouts to the left. They'll have 2 tight ends. And Tut will drop straight back. Blitz, pressure coming. He just has to sail it into the sidelines as he never had a chance for anything to set up. Tut throws the incompletion. Longview's going to punt on their first possession of the night.
Yeah, not a good first series for Longview. A lot of mistakes. No blocking on that. He just had to throw the ball away. Had a penalty in there, so Longview a little iffy on this first series.
John Monsivius will come in and punt it. The line of scrimmage will be the 35. He's back at the 21. Puts his foot into it. It's a nice punt. Drives the return man back, takes a bounce inside the 20. It rolls the Longview way, and it's going to die at the 13-yard line. That is a punt of 53 yards. John Monsivius pinning the Porter Spartans back deep, and we'll get to see their offense now. Hector Flores will be the center. Gabriel Castillo and Sebastian Lara are the guards. Marco Guerra and Aiden Gutierrez are the tackles. Peyton Evans Pickens is the quarterback. We'll keep an eye on him. They'll line up in a gun situation with a fullback lined up to the left of the quarterback and a running back in the pistol. And they'll run a fullback option, and the quarterback will keep it, and he'll get across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. And that's the formation that we're going to see most of the night. It's 3 backs in the backfield plus an H-back, so they're going to try to power the option on you. They got 5 there. Out to the 17, and it's going to be 2nd down. They got 4, and it'll be 2nd down at 6. Marin Lewis is one of those running backs. We'll catch the rest of the Longview defense in a moment. Again, the pistol with a fullback lined up to the left of the quarterback, and now they'll run the speed option, and Pickens is going to get tossed down way back there behind the line by Chase Smith, who was not fooled on the play and dropped back at the 11-yard line. So that's going to be an 8-yard loss.
Making the tackle for the Lobos.
Defensively for Longview, Arian Harper is going to be at the nose. The ends will be Zarius Shepard and Billy Smith. The linebackers on the outside, Jamerson Derensburg and Chase Smith. Inside, Brendan Reese and Kason Brooks. The corners, Javian Robertson and Jaden Simmons. And the safeties, Buda Garrett and Willie Nelson. It is 3rd down and 12 from Porter's own 11-yard line. They spread it out a little bit more this time. 2 wide to the left. And a deep ball taken and intercepted by Willie Nelson. Back to the 20, 15, 5, touchdown. Willie Nelson, pick 6. Touchdown, Longview.
We talked about the defensive line in the pregame here, and that was set up as Longview's defensive front just pressured the quarterback. He actually really didn't have time to throw it. He threw it up, and it was intercepted. The pressure was being put on by Brendan Reese, who had the great game last week.
Brendan Reese has really played fantastic football all the last game, and he seems like he's coming out tonight with his hair on fire. So he was in Evans Pickens' face, and Pickens just threw the ball up for grabs. There was really no receiver in the area. And it threw it right to Nelson, and that's a touchdown for Longview. And Monsiváis will kick the extra point, and it's good. And with 8:47 to go in the first quarter, Longview 7, Porter nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Marion Lewis and Darville Allen are back at their own 3-yard lines to receive for Porter. Monsiváis kicks a low line drive kick that will bounce in the end zone and roll through the back for the touchback. So Porter with their second offensive possession, the first one a disaster, as Peyton Evans-Pickens was intercepted by Willie Nelson with Brendan Reese in his face. He just threw it up for grabs, and Nelson took it back for the pick six and the touchdown to make it 7-0 Longview with 8:47 to play in the first quarter. Porter will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Single wide receivers left and right, and 3 backs, including one lined up as a blocking back right between the left guard and left tackle, and a whistle blows immediately, and we're going to have illegal procedure. Oh, timeout called. Porter called a timeout immediately, so something didn't go the way they wanted it to. So we'll take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street, and of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass, and let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Porter came out to start their second drive, lined up, and then right before the snap, timeout was called by Porter High School. Billy Russell, the head football coach there in his 3rd season. And we haven't seen enough of Porter's offense yet to see if it's going to give Longview much trouble, but so far it's all been good for Longview.
Well, then the real trouble is they're having a difficult time blocking Longview's front.
They'll come out in that power formation and hand it off to the fullback up the middle, and he's got nowhere to run, and he's going to get shoved back. Landon Benford with no gain on that play. And the Longview front, good luck with that.
Yeah.
You're trying to deal with Jarian Shepard and
on the stop.
People like Arian Harper, the nose tackle. They just blew that play up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Again, they'll have that wing to the left, power formation. Now they'll run and pitch it. And this time, again, nowhere to run, and it's going to be a loss on the play for Marion Lewis, as the Longview defense again gets the penetration,
on the carry.
And Zarius Shepard and Willie Nelson make the stop.
Willie Nelson is
Loss on that play of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 now.
Yeah, 3rd and 11, so you think they're going to throw, so you see what kind of pressure Longview puts on the quarterback here.
They show power to the right this time from the gun. Evans Pickens rolls to his right, nowhere to throw it. Still running. Billy Smith running him down. Now he's just going to sail it up. And again, it's almost picked off. Wow. He threw it up for grabs. And Lobo defenders were all around the intended receiver. And you're wondering, why would you even throw that football?
That makes no sense, but I think just the amount of pressure that's being put on the quarterback, and he was just trying to do something, but
it was in triple coverage.
Yeah.
A one-man route and in triple coverage.
Willie Nelson back deep.
Javian Robertson was the one jumping up and down because he thought he should have picked it off. So Porter will punt. High punt, he shanked it. It's not going to make it to midfield. It's going to go out of bounds, and boy, what a terrible punt for the Porter Spartans, who are going to end up with it spotted at the Porter 40-yard line. That's going to be a 16-yard punt.
There's that footed punter, he kind of shanked it over there to the side.
It wasn't kind of.
Yeah.
It was a massive shank.
Okay. I was giving him a little leeway there.
All right, handoff to Tatum. Tatum comes left side, bounces it out to the 30. Still on his feet at the 20. Still running at the 15. Finally gets out of bounds at around the 10, and a flag goes down. It's going to be a little roughing after the play against Porter.
Picks up a first
Tatum was a tailback, and when he took it out to the left side, he got a nice block on a receiver, bounced it outside, and then it was off to the races. Danced a little bit, then he buried a shoulder into one of the defenders and finally got run out of bounds, and then got his face mask yanked. That was not smart. Ian Hitchin lost his cool and yanked on Tatum's face mask. So not only will they get the first down, they'll get half the distance of the goal on the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that's going to move that ball all the way down to the 5-yard line. So Tatum with about a 30-yard run there, and then additional yardage on the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll send a man in motion, and they'll hand it off. And into the end zone for the touchdown. Longview. Kelvin Washington on the jet sweep. Came over from the slot on the left.
Kelvin Washington
took the handoff and took it in for the score.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that they're just really outmanned, and Longview's just going to do what they want unless Porter comes away with some other strategy.
7:02 to go in the first quarter, and Longview about to take a 14-0 lead if Monsiváis can kick this one through, and he does. And with 7:02 to play in the quarter, Longview 14, Porter nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Peters Chevrolet has a new shipment that just arrived. Our largest selection of trucks and cars of the year. With Silverados, Silverado Heavy Duty, and the Silverado Diesel half-ton trucks with up to 29 miles per gallon. And how about 1.9% financing for 36 months or a $3,000 discount on 2023 half-ton Silverados? So check out the largest selection of new Chevrolets at Peters Chevrolet. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
John Monsiváis will kick it off now. Lobos up 14-0 on Porter in this first round playoff game. And again, he'll send it low bounces off of the return man, and then he picks it up, and now he'll take it back 10 and thrown down hard at the 14-yard line by number 31, Kason Brooks. Allen probably regretted muffing that ball, and then he regretted even further returning it because he was punished. So with 6:57 to go here in the first quarter, Porter's going to start at their own 14-yard line. Their third possession, the first two were disasters. They threw a pick six to Willie Nelson for a touchdown and then shanked a 16-yard punt that led to a second Longview score from a short field. They'll start 1st and 10 from their 14 and hand it off to the tailback, trying to get outside, and he's going to get thrown for a loss. Willie Nelson back there, along with, again, Brendan Reese, who has just been spectacular. And Marion Lewis had nowhere to run, and I mean, there's 4 Lobos that are just unblocked around him and no running room whatsoever.
Yeah, they just cannot block Longview's front 4. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, they're going to run 2nd down and 12 here with a power pistol and a wing to the left. Play action, they fake it to the fullback. Now they pitch it to their tailback. He'll get outside to the 15, finally get brought down to around the 19-yard line. Tackle made by number 10, Buda Garrett, and it was Marion Lewis on that carry. First positive yardage they've really gotten on offense. It got him out to about the 18-yard line for a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down again and 6 yards to go for the Spartans.
This is going to be interesting here because this should be a passing down, but I don't know if they can afford to throw the ball the way it's been so far.
They'll have the H-back to the right, that power I formation, and the option running to the left side. Quarterback spun and then got buried by Billy Smith back at around the 19-yard line. So he gained a yard on the play, and that was it. Peyton Evans Pickens is supposed to be their best player offensively, but Billy right now the Longview defensive linemen are as fast as he is.
Yeah, Billy Smith hit him in the backfield right off the bat. I don't think you're going to run through Billy Smith.
Nelson, back deep.
Aaron Gillum will be the punter. Line of scrimmage is the 19. He's back at his own 4. Snap is back. Pressure's coming right up the middle. They're just going to come and take him down.
Wow.
They could have blocked it, didn't block it, and then finally he ran and was tackled for a loss on the play by number 24, Jameis Morrow. And again, another disastrous special teams play. And the Lobos are going to get the ball at the Porter 20-yard line.
That was just, I mean, that's in punt formation, and absolutely nobody blocked. And, I mean, the punter gets the ball, and Longview's on top of him.
Yeah, well, he's trying to run, trying to make something out of nothing. He didn't even try to kick the ball. And so on a short field, Longview hands it off. Taylor Tatum, right side, 10, 5, touchdown, Longview. 20-yard run.
Taylor Tatum takes it in for a Lobo touchdown.
We were talking about the slim crowd across the way. It's looking a little better now for Porter, but seeing what this game's turning into already, you kind of see why people maybe didn't want to make the drive.
No kidding.
Don't mean to be ugly. I'm not trying to be ugly. It's just not looking real good for Porter right now. Matzavias kicks the extra point, and with 5:21 to play in the first quarter, Longview 21, Porter nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas, and we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back, and Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall, because if we're gonna go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
After the Longview Lobos tackle punter Aaron Gillum at the Porter 20-yard line, Taylor Tatum takes it in from there, makes it 21-0 Longview, and Monsivias will kick it off. It's taken back at the 2, brought out to the 10, 15, 20, now brought down at the 28-yard line. Good return by Darville Allen. And finally, Porter with something positive, as they'll have good field position. Jemias Morrow was the man that tackled, and Jemias Morrow was also the man that tackled the punter at the Porter 20 to give Longview the ball on the short field last time they had it. 5:13 to play in the first quarter. Porter will start this drive at their own 28. Evans Pickens, the quarterback. They'll float the H-back left side. They hand it off to the fullback, and he is going nowhere. Zarius Shepard shut down Keanu Palmer in the backfield for a loss of about 3 back to the 26-yard line.
Well, and truly, he made the hit in the backfield.
Wow.
The second the ball was given to him, and he's like 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, this is going to be an ugly game for Porter.
Porter comes out, second down and 12 now. They're at their own 26-yard line. 4-man front for Longview. They fake it to the fullback, and the quarterback's going to keep it. And again, nowhere to run. Zarius Shepard gets up off of him, as does Billy Smith. There's just nobody can block these defensive front men for Longview.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that in the pregame, just watching the films, but they just hadn't played anybody like Longview. They got no answer for the blocking the defensive front.
Now they'll run 4 wide this time and a traditional spread offense, which would lead you to believe they're going to try to throw the football. That hasn't worked out so well so far. No, Evans Pickens back to throw, pressure, and he just gets buried again. This is brutal. Zarius Shepard, and who is that back there with him? That's number 90. That's Billy Smith. I saw 90. It's 99. So Zarius Shepard and Billy Smith have lived in the backfield. And it's like they're having a race to see who can get to the quarterback first.
Well, what's amazing is that they get there about the same time the ball does.
It's like 11 against 4 right now. The offensive line has really got their hands full. They'll punt it from their own 21-yard line. It's 4th down and 17. Punter's back at his own 6. This time again, they had a man coming free to try to punt the football. Made kind of a half-hearted effort to punt it. They got the ball off, and it was taken on a fair catch by Christopher Wilder at the Longview 49-yard line. It's a 29-yard kick. And the Lobos, again, will have great field position. 2:58 to play in the first quarter. And they will start at their own 49. They're up 21-0. 3 wide out to the left this time. Tutt is in the gun. Throws a bubble screen to DeKalen Reese, who slips, and his knee hits the ground at the Porter 49-yard line, so that play had no chance. It'll be a gain of 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. He just lost his balance when he caught the ball right behind Ethan Harrison, who was trying to make a block for him. It could have been a big gainer. Tut comes off the sidelines where he's talked to John King. He'll come out now, and on 2nd down and 8 from the Porter 49. Lobos with 2 running backs. They'll hand it off right up the middle. Taylor Tatum gets a 10 and gets more. He'll get inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. That's going to be a 14-yard gain for Taylor Tatum. Again, just straight up the middle this time, and they just blow Porter off the ball.
Yeah, they just...
1st and 10 Longview at the Porter 37-yard line. This time 3 wide receivers right. Tatum sets up in the slot to the right. And then a quick bubble pass, fake, deep ball, wide open. DK Reese catches it at the 5 and rolls into the end zone for the touchdown.
I'm not sure what happened to the defensive back, but DK Reese just runs by him and he just stops, and it's a perfect throw and catch.
Tut faked the bubble screen to the right side flat, and I guess the defender bit on that, and then Reese just ran down the sidelines by him, and he was no one near him when he caught it at the 5 and took it in for the score.
Yeah, I understand, what he did, but I don't understand why he did it, because the receiver is going out right to you.
Monsiváis kicks the extra point, and the Lobos are up 28-0 on Porter in the first round of the playoffs with 1:33 to go here in the first quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Andrew Tut throws its 36-yard touchdown pass to DeKalen Reese. Lobos take a 28-0 lead over Porter. John Monsiváis will kick it off. And again, taking it at the 4, bringing it out to the 10, 15, bouncing, still running, and finally brought down at around the 23-yard line, Darville Allen. And again, the Lobo coverage downfield. Tackle made by Brian Peoples.
Javion Robertson.
And Robertson also in there on it.
Combined for the stop.
So Porter has the ball with 1:25 to go here in the first quarter. They trail Longview 28-0, and they will start at their own 25-yard line. They line up 4 running backs in a line behind the center, and then they'll split off. They have single wide to either side. Now they'll float the H-back to the right, and a flag goes down, and that's going to be illegal procedure. Yep, false start on the play. Blocking back started in motion toward the line of scrimmage. And as we know, that gets called every time. So that'll back it up to the 20-yard line, 5-yard penalty. First and 15 now for Porter. They'll come out in that power pistol. They have an H-back to the left. And they'll hand it off to the fullback. And again, he just runs into a stone wall. Landon Benford, and getting up off of that bottom of that pile. I'm checking the replay to make sure I get that right, but I believe
Landon Benford on the carry.
That looked like Arian Harper. Nose tackle was able to make the stop.
On the tackle.
And with 53 seconds to go, it's 2nd and 15 now.
Moved.
And again, another man moved before the snap, and that's going to be another illegal procedure penalty against Porter High School. Think of the worst way you could start a playoff season and then multiply it.
I mean, the real problem is just the mismatch between talent. And, I mean, nothing.
Line of scrimmage.
And not to run Porter down, but they just don't have the ability to block Longview. And when you can't block them, you can't very easily score.
Nope, you are correct. Kristen Williams is in on that defensive line already. So Longview already using some bench depth. They back the ball up to the 15-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 20. Deep ball left side thrown, and the receiver drags the defender down. And you'd think that Aaron Gillum might get called for offensive pass interference as he took Willie Nelson down. Nobody was going to catch the ball because it was thrown way out of bounds.
He just tackled him.
It was like he was playing defense, and Nelson was the guy that was the intended receiver.
I think that was just a gimme by the officials because he was tackled.
Yeah, no doubt. 3rd down and 20 now from the 15-yard line. Porter now sends 3 wide to the left. Lone wide receiver to the right. Quarterback dropped the ball and then got smothered back there by Kason Brooks. Man, you just cannot make mistakes when your offensive line can't block to begin with. And your quarterback just dropped the ball, and then by the time he had a chance to pick it back up, Brooks was already throwing him down all the way back at the 12-yard line. And now there is a timeout. That's the end of the first quarter. Mercifully, Longview 28, Porter nothing. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick, online at peterscars.net.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
You're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on 106.5 Jack FM. Longview Lobo football, brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable. Now let's get back to the game on 106.5 Jack FM.
Aaron Gillum punted out of his own end zone. It was taken by Willie Nelson, who was dropped immediately at his own 49-yard line, a 41-yard punt. But again, the Lobos with great field position at midfield. So they'll start at their own 49-yard line. From the I formation, play action. Tutt rolls to his right, throws it, caught down around the 45, 35-yard line by the tight end, Tyreek Tennyson. It's a first down.
It's just a drag route across the the back.
Is complete to Tyreek Tennyson.
That was a 33-yard pass. I'm sorry, 23-yard pass.
It's a drag route, and they just dumped it off to the tight end and end up with a big play.
Ball's at the 33-yard line now. Longview has it. They'll hand it off to Tatum. Coming left. Rolls over one tackler, spins and falls down at the 25, and we got a man slow to get up for New Caney. Number 9 is Ryan Gillum. He's their best defensive player.
On the stop.
And he's taken some punishment already tonight. That was an 8-yard gain by Tatum. It'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 25. They've got a fullback there in the eye under center. Play action, Tut back to throw. Pressure, throws it over the middle. DK Reese, touchdown. Ethan Harrison caught it. Touchdown, Longview.
Well, he just ran they ran the rollout to the right, and Harrison runs a deep post, and they just don't pick up the coverage, and it's a good throw and a good catch. Longview with a score.
25-yard touchdown pass from Tut to Ethan Harrison. And Monsivius will try to come in and make it 35-0 Longview as we just get underway in the second quarter. This kick is up, and it's good. Longview 35, Porter nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Longview with a 51-yard drive, a 25-yard touchdown pass from Tut to Ethan Harrison with 10:35 to play in the first half. Longview up 35-0 in the first round of the playoffs against the Porter Spartans. Monsivius will kick it off from our right to our left. Then all Longview. This kick taken by Allen at the 5. He'll bring it out 10, 15, 20. Finds a gap, 25. Gets down to around the 28-yard line. Darville Allen with a good kickoff return for Porter. 10:26 to go in the first half. Porter will start this drive at their own 28-yard line. They're down 35-0. And have had no answers for the Longview defensive front. Peyton Evans Pickens is at quarterback. He's got two backs behind him in an I formation. They've got an H-back lined up on the right side. Single wide receivers to either side. They'll run the option. Faked it to the fullback, then quarterback kept it. Quarterback got back to the line of scrimmage and nothing else. Darrensburg, I think, got the tackle on that play.
Yeah, he was strung it out and just made the play.
Yep, he did. And in to help him clean it up was Kaysen Brooks. No gain on the play.
And Kaysen Brooks.
2nd down and 10 for Porter. Again with the H-back on the right side. They hand it off, fake it to the fullback, and then pitch it. And then again, nowhere to run, and great lateral pursuit by Longview. And once again, it was Chase Smith and Kaysen Brooks that just ran him down and dropped him for a loss. Marion Lewis trying to string it out. You're not going to run laterally against the Lobos on defense.
No, when you pitch back and go to the sideline, and Longview's got their defensive linemen are out there before the back even makes the turn. It's hopeless to run that play against them.
Loss of 6 on that play. They'll come out in that power formation again. Send the H-back drifting to the right. Now back to throw, Evans Pickens, and he tried a slant. It was incomplete. Almost picked off. Aaron Gillum was the intended receiver. If it had been picked, it would have been off of a deflection. That ball was thrown beyond the reach of Gillum. And it's going to be 4th down, and once again, Porter has to punt the football.
Punt to Willie Nelson, the dangerous return guy for Longview.
5th punt of the night for Porter. Gillum is back inside his own 10-yard line at the 8 to punt it. There's been no resistance for the Lobos as they come up the middle. He does get the punt off. This time it's taken by Willie Nelson at the 43. Now he'll take it and cut it left. Got a wall. 30, 20, 15, 10, one block, touchdown, Willie Nelson.
That's just
63-yard punt return.
Takes it to the house for a Lobo touchdown.
He caught it on the right sideline at the numbers at around the 42, then reversed field to his left and just took it down the left sideline, and he just had a wall of blockers in front of him and walked in untouched.
Well, Willie Nelson just too fast for everybody on that team. He catches it on the far side of the field, comes to the left side, and he just outruns everybody down the sideline for the touchdown.
And that touchdown and the point after by Monteveus now makes it 42-0. Longview on top with 9:16 to play in the first half. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Following the Longview touchdown, pooch kick by John Montevias. Fair catch called for and made by number 12, Joseph Collins. Porter will have the football in good field position with 9:16 to play here in the first half. They'll spot him at their own 40-yard line. But they've punted the ball 6 times. Had a pick 6. They've given up a couple of touchdown passes. They've given up a punt return for a score. 1st and 10, Spartans against the Lobo defense. They'll hand it off, and again, up front, there's just no blocking, and the running back is stuffed in the backfield.
That time, 3 defensive linemen for Longview were there at the same time. Look at
Billy Smith, Zarius Shepard. I mean, there's just nobody to block these guys.
Zarius Shepard and Brendan Reese.
Reese also in on the tackle. It's a loss of 1 on the play back to the 39. So this time they'll run the power left. Peyton Evans-Pickens, the quarterback, fakes the handoff to the fullback. Now he'll keep it. Gets around the end of the 45, gets run out of bounds, and has to go flying over a bench, taking out John Berry, the defensive coordinator, with him. But we finally see a little bit of the flash from Peyton Evans-Pickens as he got it, all of that, to get him to the 45-yard line. 6-yard gain for that punishment. And it's 3rd down and 5 now for Porter. 2 wide to the left side this time. They'll throw a quick bubble screen out there to the left. He'll get the first down at the 50, still going at the 45. One of the first positive pass plays for Porter tonight. Aaron Gillum takes that catch and gets a block down there on the left sideline. And it gives Porter a first down in Longview territory. I don't think that's happened tonight.
No. That's actually their first completed pass.
Well, they're in Lobo territory now at the 43-yard line. Porter trailing 42-0. And a whistle and a flag goes down. And again, we've got a false start against Porter. And so that'll back it up 5 yards. So it does seem like every time something good happens for Porter, 5 things bad happen. Tonight's ball game brought to you in part by Longview Kilgore Cable, Story and Hoover Law Firm, Eastman Credit Union, Telco Plus Credit Union, Bish's RV, East Texas Professional Credit Union, Peters Automotive Group, Christus Medical Center, Soapy's Car Wash, Clean Cut Roofing, and GZ Restaurant and Sushi Bar. 1st and 15. They'll flip it out to the running back, trying to get around the right side, and he is thrown down for a loss by Kason Brooks and comes up hobbling just a little bit, does Marin Lewis. And again, lateral pursuit, you're not going to make a living against the Lobo defense.
No.
Kason Brooks tackled him back at the 49. So he lost 8 on the play. It's 2nd down and 18. Back at Porter territory at their own 49-yard line. Back to throw. Evans-Pickens fires it deep. Double coverage. Ball batted up. Flag goes down. Broken up. Now they're going to call pass interference, I would assume against the Lobos. Willie Nelson back there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let's see. So we're watching the replay. It was just a deep sideline route, 2 wide receivers. Nelson went up, tried to get it. In fact, if anything, the receiver, Hudson Martin, might have been the guy to push off, and it looks like they may be calling offensive pass interference because the penalty is going against Porter.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the replay, that's exactly what it looked like happened. So
wow,
the officials saw it, made a good call, and
so they started in Longview territory. They're all the way back at their own 32-yard line now. And they've got to get to the Longview 33 for a first down. Now they're going to decline the penalty, so they're going to keep the ball in Longview territory at the 45. I think that's John King just being a nice guy right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
So just take away the down. It's 2nd down and 12. When you're up 42-0 with 6:36 to go in the first half, you can feel like Santa Claus. Okay, now the officials have stopped the game again to confer about something.
Looks like they fixed to pick the ball up and go
okay
against Porter.
So maybe they didn't have it spotted in the right place to begin with. The offensive pass interference was declined. Now they'll spot the ball at the Porter 49-yard line, and it will be 3rd down and what looks like 18. Evans Pickens throws it out, bubble screen again, left side, trying to cut to make a run and get up to around the 45-yard line is Darville Allen, and he's brought down after a short gain on the play. Clock continues to run at 6:16 to play in the first half.
Looks like they're going to go for it on
Javion Robertson.
4th down.
They got 5 yards on the play. It's 4th down and 12. What do you got to lose? Porter comes out 3 wide to the right side on 4th down and 12 at the Longview 46. Back to throw. Quarterback fires over the middle. Caught. Intercepted so easily. Out at the 12-yard line. Buda Garrett this time.
Buda Garrett with the interception for the Lobos.
Ball was overthrown, intended for Allen. Buda Garrett was just back there playing center field, and the ball came right to him for the pick. Second interception of the night for Longview, and the Lobos will start this drive. 5:52 to play here in the first half. They'll have the ball on their own 17 after the turnover.
Mason Washington in the backfield.
Handoff, and it is Washington who got the ball, I believe. And went to the right side, and there was a flag on the play after a short gain.
Mason Washington on the carry.
After the play, personal foul against Longview. Now that is not going to fly for the Lobos.
No, Coach King's not going to be happy with that.
Jamarian George comes off the field, the left guard. Cedric Wrighton checks back in.
Yeah, the bad news for Porter is that Taylor Tatum has come in too.
They send 2 wide out to the left side. Tatum is a lone back. They've got 2 tight ends. From the 10, handoff, Tatum up the middle, 15, spins, 20, thrown down hard at around the 21-yard line. 11-yard gain on the play by Tatum. And so the Lobos now with a 3rd down and what looks like about 6 at their own 21-yard line. Clock continues to run. 4:55 to play.
Sims with the tackle for the Spartans.
Tatum is still in, but he's going to go to the slot.
He'll be one of 2 lined up on the right side. Tutt will roll to his right. Now he'll throw it back to his left. That is Tyreek Tennyson down the sidelines. 30, there's a flag that goes down. 40, 45, and I got a feeling this is coming back because of a hold. It may have been on Tavion Morgan.
Andrew Tutt's pass is complete to Tyreek Tennyson.
Tennyson came back and caught the ball in the left flat. Morgan was laying on top of a defender. Uh-oh. Defense call for a personal foul, blocking below the waist. Marin Lewis going both ways. Man, I'm telling you, Porter cannot catch a break tonight. Wow.
You almost feel like, geez, I'm going to give you this one.
Yeah.
It's just.
Coach King trying to decide if he wants to decline that, I guess. Not going to happen this time. So that penalty is going to move the ball all the way up to the 37-yard line for the Lobos. They're in Porter territory. They're up 42-0. 1st and 10. I formation. Play action, fake the reverse. Tutt throwing over the middle. Wide open. D.K. Reese, touchdown. 37 yards. 3rd touchdown pass of the night.
And
for Tut.
That's Reese's second touchdown.
Is complete for a Lobo touchdown.
37 yards on the score. Lobos has just not been met with any resistance tonight.
It's just that big a mismatch. They just don't have the personnel to compete with Longview.
New kicker in the ball game, puts the extra point up, and good. And so just like that, the Lobos now 49, Porter nothing with 4:25 to go in the first half. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.
Alexander Mitchell kicked that extra point. He's come in place of John Monteveas, who will get his leg needs a rest after all the extra points he's kicked tonight. Lobos up 49-0 with 4:25 to go. Mitchell kicks it off. It's short. It's taken at the 25, brought out to the 30, 35, and brought down at the 37-yard line.
With the return.
Aaron Gillum again was the return man. So Porter down 49-0. 4:17 to go in the first half. And they will start at their own 38-yard line. Don't forget, Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob will preview the Friday night scoreboard show. It's the playoff version tonight. You'll hear that on halftime as they preview the kickoff show, and you can hear the kickoff show on Kicks 105.7. Quarterback will keep it. He'll reverse field. Now he's trying to get out to the right side, and he just cannot get down the edge. Buda Garrett just as fast as Peyton Evans Pickens, and he's dropped for a loss on the play. We were told in the scouting reports that Evans Pickens was probably their fastest player and most electric player on offense, and Longview's got about 11 guys on defense that are all just as fast as he is.
Just as fast.
Second down and 12. They'll hand it off. Coming right, gets into hole, and will get across the 45 to around the 46-yard line. A carry by Landon Benford, the fullback. It's a gain of 6. It'll be third down and 4.
Making the stop for the Lobos.
They'll actually give him 7 to the 45-yard line. Kason Brooks made the tackle, third down and 3. Power eye from the gun. And the quarterback will keep it, and again, this time it's pitched, and the pitch man gets caught back at the 35-yard line, and a flag goes down behind him.
Flag out here, too.
Landon Benford took the pitch from Evans Pickens, and neither guy was going to make a yard on the play.
I got to tell you, if I was a running back for them, I believe I'd have to say something to the offensive line. I mean,
please?
They got no
chop block. Okay, so the chop block is called against Porter. It's declined, and it's going to be fourth down. Longview's just going to take the loss, which is going to be back to the 36-yard line, and it will force Porter to punt. Aaron Gillum. Thing you don't want to see happening, if they're doing chop blocks and things like that, you're worrying about your starters getting hurt if they're hitting below the knees.
Well, and frustration sets in.
Yep.
People do sometimes foolish stuff when that happens.
4th down and 12. Porter will punt it. Gillum back at his own 21. The line of scrimmage is the 36. Ball rolls back to him. He gets the punt off. It's a short one. Bounces at the 36 in Longview territory, and then will die at around the 33-yard line. It's a 32-yard punt by Porter. Their 6th punt of the night. And Longview with, again, another possession with 2:36 to play here in the first half. And they will start at their own 33. Longview leads at 49-0. First round of the playoffs. Nice tune-up. Maverick Rowe is in the ball game now, and he throws a quick out to the right side, complete.
Maverick Rowe
and DK Reese will run out to about the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the gain. It's 2nd down and 2. Rowe played all of last week at quarterback and had a nice night.
They even completed the pass left-handed.
That's what I hear. He has thrown a touchdown pass this year to Caden Carter, and now handing it off to the right side. And a short gain on the play by Mason Washington, but he gets the first down. Move the chains. And it's going to be to the 44-yard line for a 1st and 10 for the Lobos with 1:43 to play here in the first half. Longview up 49-0. They'll send 2 wide to the left side, lone wide receiver to the right. Now they'll hand it off to the tailback. That's Mason Washington. Washington outside, 40, 30. Flag goes down, 20. And he's dragged down from behind like a horse collar. And another flag goes down there. So there are going to be 2 penalties on the play. And we're going to have to see who they're against.
On the carry.
They may be offsetting. One was thrown behind Longview's offense, which would lead you to believe that might be a hold. And then there was definitely a horse collar on the end of this play against Porter as Washington was dragged down.
Fouls by both teams.
Yep. Holding against Longview.
Personal foul. Horse collar on the defense.
Yep, there was horse collar on the defense. So offsetting penalties, they'll replay the down. All that activity for nothing. All right. So they'll move the ball back to the 44-yard line in Longview territory, and we'll do it all over again. 1st and 10. Maverick Rowe in at quarterback. They'll come out with 2 wide outs to the left side, and they'll turn and hand it off from the gun. Fighting to get across midfield to around the 49-yard line. Mason Washington with a good surge behind that Longview offensive line that's had their way with the new Caney front. To the 49-yard line, a gain of 7. They're in Porter territory. Lobos with a 2nd and 3. In that gun, Rowe hands off. Mason Washington again will try to get the first down. He's close, but it looks like he's going to be about a yard shy. It'll be 3rd down and 1. 45 seconds to go in this first half. It has been a long one, and it has been very lopsided. Lobos have been in control since the first time they went on defense. 3rd and 1, 2 wide outs to the left. Rowe with a running back to his right, hands it off to Washington. Washington tries that right side. He's going to get just enough yardage for the first down, I think. Let's see where they spot him.
I believe they're going to run the clock out here.
Okay. Yep, 10 seconds to go. I don't believe John Keene's going to run another play. And we are going to go to the locker room with a completely dominating performance by the Longview Lobos. They go into the dressing room at halftime, leading 49-0 over the Porter Spartans. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll recap the scoring. All of it done by the Lobos. And then we'll turn it over to Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
Go all the way back to the beginning when God created football. Football! Let's go!
Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Back at Lobo Stadium, it's halftime, and it has been all Longview in this by-district first-round playoff in Class 5A Division I. They lead Porter by a score of 49-0. Recapping the scoring in this one, right off the bat, first offensive possession for Porter. Quarterback Peyton Evans-Pickens threw the ball up for grabs. Willie Nelson intercepted it at the 28-yard line and took it back for a pick six. Point after was good. Lobos led with 8:47 to go in the first quarter, 7-0. Porter's next possession, punter Aaron Gillum shanked the punt for 16 yards. That gave the Lobos the ball at the Porter 40-yard line. Taylor Tatum had a 30-yard run, followed by Kelvin Washington's 5-yard jet sweep to make it 14-0. Lobos on top with 7:02 to play in the quarter. Next Porter possession, Lobo punt rush team gets through, misses the block. The punter, Aaron Gillum, decides to run. Jamaris Morrow tackled him at the 20-yard line of Porter. Lobos with a short field on the very next play. Taylor Tatum runs it in to make it 21-0 with 5:21 to play, still in the first quarter. Porter punts on their next possession. The Lobos come right back with a 51-yard drive. Tutt to DeKalen Reese for 36 yards for a touchdown pass to make it 28-0 Longview with 1:33 to go in the first quarter. That's where we were after one quarter of play. Early in the second quarter, another drive at around midfield, and Tutt throws his second touchdown pass of the night to Ethan Harrison. Andrew with 2 touchdown passes in the first half, and that made it 35-0 Lobos on top of Porter with 10:35 to go. Porter punts for the 5th time of the first half, and this time they kick it to Willie Nelson. He takes it over on the right side around the numbers, reverses field, brings it all the way back across to the left sideline, then runs down the field with a wall in front of him and runs 63 yards on the punt return for a touchdown. That gave Longview a 42-0 lead with 9:16 to go. Later, Porter on offense throws an interception. Buda Garrett picked it off, and then Andrew Tutt throws his 3rd touchdown pass of the night, this one 37 yards to D.K. Reese. That makes it 49-0, and that's where we stand at halftime. Johnny Vaughn, boy, it's been all Longview, and it's not going to change in the second half.
I mean, the real issue is the Longview's just got better players, and I mean, Porter, there's just nothing they can do. Longview's faster. They cannot block Longview's defensive front. The game is 49-0 at halftime, which seems like that Longview's just running up the score. But the truth of the matter is Porter just can't do anything to block Longview or keep them from scoring, and then they can't score either.
No, there's nothing that Longview's doing to run up the score right now. It's just at some point you already John King has pulled a lot of starters. He's already got his backup quarterback in there. I doubt we're going to see Taylor Tatum in the second half. But the bottom line is the Lobos' offensive and defensive lines are just destroying Porter up front. And when you can't block it and you can't tackle in the most basic level of football, you're not going to be able to do much.
No, and that's what we've seen here. And I don't see how that changes in the second half other than maybe Porter gets more conservative. I don't know what you can do. I mean, if you get conservative, that means you try to run the ball. They can't run it against Longview. They can't throw it against Longview. So I don't know what you do. I think probably what's going to happen is that Longview will have the guys way down the lineup into play, and maybe that'll at least make this so that Porter can get out of here with some positive notes.
Well, and the main thing you want to do is from Longview's standpoint, is you want to get out of here healthy. And so you want all your starters out of this ball game. You want to get as many kids in the game as possible. Getting a chance to play in a playoff game at Lobo Stadium means a lot. So there's a lot of things for the Lobos to still play for here in the second half, although it's virtually a lock now. They're going to win this ball game. They're up 49-0. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to turn it over to Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob, and let them preview tonight's Friday night scoreboard show. You can hear that over on Kicks 105.7. And in the meantime, it is 49-0 Longview at halftime over Porter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Right now, come and get behind the wheel of a new Jeep Wrangler for $1,500 off MSRP. And shop new Wrangler, Gladiator, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Black Friday sales event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
It's been a tough year for many in 2023, and the Longview Thanksgiving Food Drive is once again helping hundreds of your neighbors. We need your help. Between now and Saturday, November 18th, you can make a donation at your Longview area Super Ones or Brookshire grocery stores by purchasing a prepackaged meal for just a few bucks. Or bring donations to the Mod Cobb Convention Center Monday, November 20th. Be a blessing to others. Put a smile on a family's face. The Longview Thanksgiving Food Drive. More at longviewthanksgiving.com.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Well, good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show. I'm Harlan, the sports guy, along with my partner, Pigskin Bob.
And good evening, everyone.
Welcome to the halftime of the playoffs. Bob and I are doing our show over on Kicks 105.7 and 104.1 The Ranch. So after the game tonight, if you want to catch up on all the games other than this Lobo victory, join us and we'll catch you up. Bob, some of the games we're going to be covering tonight, we had a show last night. because there was 20-something games. Now we got about 40 games tonight we're covering.
Wow, and what a great night of football we have. Congratulations. Tyler Legacy is in the dance. Now, they have to travel. They're at taking on Wiley East in Wiley this evening. They got a tough road to hoe, but go Legacy.
It is good to see them back in the playoffs.
I'm glad to see them back in the playoffs. Marshall is hosting Denison tonight. You've got Texas High has Terrell coming into town. Sulphur Spring.
I was just going to remind you that remember that district went 0-4 in first-round games last year.
So disappointing.
Including Texas High losing to Terrell.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, you would never think that.
And you got Terrell and Texas High again the next year. So that's at Texas High this evening. Sulphur Springs and Dallas Carter. Dallas Carter has always a good program. Can Sulphur Springs... Are they up to the task?
You never know if Carter's great or just good, because they'll vary in between.
We've got Van Alstyne taking on Wills Point. Gladewater and Mount Vernon, they're fighting it out tonight in Pine Tree. Chapel Hill and Little Cypress, Mauriceville. That's at Nacogdoches Dragon Stadium. Kilgore at Livingston, they're playing in Carthage. And Rusk and Pleasant Grove might be an interesting matchup tonight. That game's going on in Pleasant Grove.
I think it'll be interesting if you want to see how high Pleasant Grove can get the score. That'll be interesting.
White House and Melissa. I've got a star beside that on my sheet, thinking that's one of the better games of the night.
I love that game.
Does Pine Tree have what it takes to beat Lucas Lovejoy?
Probably not. But let's go give them a fight. Let's get it to the fourth quarter and let's see.
You've got Lumberton at Athens. Mount Enterprise is taking on Deweyville tonight in Shelbyville. Tenaha and Hull Day Seta. And we were in Tenaha earlier
We were in Tenaha earlier today hosting their pep rallies. They're fired up.
We got James Bowie at Wortham. Timpson is taking on Corrigan Camden, and it could be a long night for Corrigan Camden, some would say.
Right.
New Diana and Anderson Shiro are fighting it out. Buna and Dieball. Center and Gilmer, first round action. And I think this is going to be one of the tougher matchups tonight.
First one to 100 wins in that one.
You've got Commerce and Tatum. They're fighting it out at Eagle Stadium. Edgewood at Hooks. Wolf City, Harleton got another star on my score sheet over here. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, Harleton was rolling right along, and then they lose to Ore City last week. A good Ore City team, a well-coached Ore City team for sure. But they shouldn't have lost that game, and I think they're reeling there in Harleton.
Yeah, I mean, and they just didn't lose. It was a beat down that they took at Ore City. So we'll see if they're able to bounce back. What about Spring Hill? They're taking on Van tonight, and they're playing at Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, Earl Campbell Field, presented by TJC.
Yep.
All right. Did I get all the sponsors involved?
I think so.
Okay.
And what if I'd have told you back in August, Spring Hill's going to play at Rose Stadium in November?
I would say that you were on something.
Right. And here they are. And you know what? Spring Hill's one of those teams out there. There's always a handful of them.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to play Spring Hill tonight.
Anything could happen.
They've gotten really better in the second half of the season.
Something's happening over at Spring
Hill. Even gave Pleasant Grove a fight for a half.
Yeah.
And they're not in the class of Pleasant Grove right now.
Now, Van, I think, is going to win the game.
You would think.
And should by a couple of touchdowns. But
I wouldn't
ever know.
I wouldn't want to play the Panthers.
You got Hico and Maud fighting it out. Farmersville and Caddo Mills, and they're the Foxes. Linden Kildare is playing Dawson. We got 6-man action of Union Hill and Bryson. Oh, here's one. ARP and DCAB, that got a star as well. That's going to be a good first-round matchup.
Yeah, I don't know who to pick in that one.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to, because that's what we do.
That's what we do. And we'll do it over on Kicks and the Ranch, so join us after this Longview Lobo victory on 104.1 and 105.7. This is your Eastman Credit Union halftime show. For Pigskin Bob, I'm Harlan, the sports guy. We'll come back, send it back to the stadium for the rest of your Eastman Credit Union halftime show on your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
This is football.
This has been the Eastman Credit Union halftime show. Presented by
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star. 0% for 72 months or get $9,000 off. Ram heavy-duty trucks. The largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on. Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Bish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Bish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
It's been a tough year for many in 2023, and the Longview Thanksgiving Food Drive is once again helping hundreds of your neighbors. We need your help. Between now and Saturday, November 18th, you can make a donation at your Longview area Super Ones or Brookshire grocery stores by purchasing a pre-packaged meal for just a few bucks. Or bring donations to the Mod Cobb Convention Center Monday, November 20th. Be a blessing to others. Put a smile on a family's face. The Longview Thanksgiving Food Drive. More at longviewthanksgiving.com.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn back here at Lobo Stadium, where it is halftime, and it has been all Longview Lobos in this first playoff game of the 2023 second season. Longview leads at 49-0 over Porter High School out of Highway 59 between Lufkin and Houston. It has not been a fun night for the visitors, that's for sure. The winner of this ball game, which will be Longview, will move on to play the winner of Frisco Reedy and Carrollton Newman Smith at the half. Frisco Reedy is leading that ball game 17-7, but it sounds a whole lot more one-sided than that. At this point at halftime, Reedy has 227 total yards to 65 for Newman Smith. They've rushed for 125 yards. They've thrown for 103. Reedy has held Newman Smith to 23 yards passing and 42 yards rushing. But at this point, they have turned the ball over once. It was an interception, and they just have not been able to just run away and hide against Newman Smith at this point. But it looks like it's going to be Longview taking on Frisco Reedy next week in the second round of the playoffs. We have no idea where or what time at this point, but we will get that for you hopefully after we get to talk to John King, the head football coach of the Longview Lobos, after tonight's ball game. Other scores from around all of the area with playoff games tonight. In the second quarter, Denison leads Marshall 10-7. Also in the second quarter, Melissa is up 21-7 on White House in the second quarter. Pine Tree has a 7-6 lead over Lucas Lovejoy in the second quarter. Last night, Lindale beat Vidor 49-28. Carthage had an easy time with Liberty Ilo 42-0. Woodville destroyed Orangefield 51-7. Pleasant Grove leads Rusk tonight 40-7. Chapel Hill is leading Little Cypress Mauriceville 14-0 at halftime. Van Alstyne has a 7-6 lead over Wills Point at the half. Also at halftime, Gilmer leads Center 41-14. In the second quarter, Dallas Carter is up 20-14 over Sulphur Springs. Kilgore leads Livingston in the second quarter 21-0. Van over Spring Hill in the second quarter 35-7. Lumberton leads Athens 27-0 also in the second quarter. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back and we will get ready for the start of the second half of tonight's ball game. Longview 49, Porter nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Chevrolet has a new shipment that just arrived. Our largest selection of trucks and cars of the year. With Silverados, Silverado Heavy Duty, and the Silverado Diesel half-ton trucks with up to 29 miles per gallon. And how about 1.9% financing for 36 months or a $3,000 discount on 2023 half-ton Silverados? So check out the largest selection of new Chevrolets at Peters Chevrolet. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Do you know how much you're really paying for life insurance through work? I can almost guarantee you're overpaying for limited coverage. I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent for over 20 years. My clients are shocked to learn how expensive life insurance at work really is because of a rate that's driven up by unhealthy people. Why pay more when you don't have to? For over 35 years, Select Quote has helped people save 50% or more by shopping highly rated insurance carriers. I found a 40-year-old man with high blood pressure, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. Don't procrastinate. Workplace open enrollment will be here soon. Let SelectQuote save you money and get you the coverage you need to protect your family.
For your free quote in just minutes, call 1-800-242-3311. That's 1-800-242-3311. 1-800-242-3311. Or go to SelectQuote.com.
Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Surprise! Surprises may be good on your birthday, but not when getting prices for new rain gutters on your house.
CSC, Seamless Gutters in Tyler.
Some gutter companies quote what sounds like a real cheap rate, but the rate doesn't include necessary items like downspouts, elbows, and end caps. It's like a birthday cake with no icing.
CSC Seamless Gutters does not use satellite photos to guesstimate your job.
CSC actually visits your house to do precise measurements. Our free quotes are a complete, all-inclusive price. No surprises. Residential, commercial, industrial.
Gutter guards, end screens, half-round gutters, K-style gutters, round downspouts, copper gutters, rain chains, repair old gutters, fascia and soffits, even gutter cleaning and maintenance. CSC, Seamless Gutters.
CSC stands for Chris S. Corson. That's me.
Better yet, CSC stands for Customer Service Champ. CSCGutters.com. CSCGutters.com.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Second half, Longview kicks it off. Dre Mitchell with a pooch kick. It gets away from the receiver, and he finally is able to track it down deep in Porter territory back at the 15-yard line, and that's where Porter will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. They trail 49 to nothing, and now a quarterback drops back. He'll throw it underneath. It's caught at the 20, still going at the 25 to the 27-yard line. That's going to be good for a first down.
Pass is complete to Adrian.
The catch was made by number 13, Hudson Martin. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Porter. And Johnny Vaughn, I mean, from Porter's standpoint, what are you hoping to do here in the second half?
I think what you just try to do is try to keep it from just getting worse than this. I think early on they threw that first pass. They may try to throw the ball more because they just had no success at all running.
Well, they're running the option this time. The quarterback's going to keep it, gets around the end. He'll get a short gain out of bounds at around the 30-yard line for a 2-yard gain. Peyton Evan Pickens is the quarterback, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 30. There's a flag on the play, of course. Hector Flores is the center. Let's see what the call is. Unsportsmanlike conduct is called against Porter. That's a dead ball foul. It's after the play. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. So that's against Porter, and you talked about the frustration, Johnny, going into the locker room, but they carried it right back out with them to start the second half.
Yeah, brought them with them from the dressing room, and they're going backwards.
So that'll move the ball back to the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st down. They've got to get out to the 37 for a first.
See, they've kind of got a dilemma here because you almost got to throw the ball, but they've had very little success throwing the ball. And you run the risk of throwing the interception, or you just.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Porter, what you're trying to do is keep this from getting way worse than it already was in the first half.
So on 2nd down and forever, Pickens throws it out left side. Great catch going up to get it at the 30-yard line is Marin Lewis, and he finally gets knocked out of bounds in front of the Longview bench by Chase Smith for a nice gain out to the 36-yard line. 22 yards. That's going to make it, after a 2nd down and forever, it's going to put him at a 3rd down and 1. So that's one of the few positive offensive plays they've had tonight.
Yeah, it was a good throw and a good catch, and now they got a chance to actually pick up a first down.
Here they come, 3rd down and 1 with a power eye left. Hand off to the fullback, and boy, he is blown up in the line of scrimmage. And in there to knock him down, Brendan Reese. And there's a flag, and we're seeing some pushing and shoving, and get away from that and don't get mixed up in it. Landon Benford was thrown down by Reese, and apparently some of his teammates took issue with that. So let's see if it's offsetting. John King's out on the field, and he's talking to his team, probably telling them you cannot get involved.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. 34.
Oh, they called unnecessary roughness on Reese, and I don't know that that was legit.
No kidding.
Yeah, he took him down. My gosh, it was a tackle. Well, it's a 15-yard penalty, like it or not. And it will give Porter one of their few first downs tonight in Longview territory at the 49-yard line. And Evans Pickens rolls to his right. Pressure coming from Reese. Now he looks, gets rid of the ball in a panic, overthrows his receiver over on the right sidelines. Incomplete. And another flag down on the play as Hudson Martin was the intended receiver. And there cannot be a pass interference on that, so I'd love to see what this call is.
Legal touching.
Okay, receiver ran out of bounds and then ran back onto the field and touched the ball. That's illegal. That's the kind of game it's been for Porter tonight.
They just can't.
Wow.
Everything they do just seems like it's the wrong thing.
It's been rough. I don't know if they just declined the penalty because the ball is spotted back at the 49-yard line, which was the line of scrimmage on the last play. So I guess John King declined it. And I don't blame him. John says, I'll decline all of them if you just promise me you won't throw any more flags tonight. They send the H-back in motion to the right side. Evans Pickens rolls to his right. Tries to get the edge. Now he's going to run. Gets to the 35. Gets to the 45 down to the 40-yard line. Good gain.
Evans Pickens
may be short of the first down by about a yard as they'll spot him out of bounds at the Longview 41-yard line. 3rd down and 1.
Tackle.
Lobos still have a lot of starters in on defense. 3rd down and 1. Power eye left. 2 wide outs to the right. Benford is lined up to the left of his quarterback, and he takes the handoff up the middle, and they'll power for a couple of yards and get the first down. And the whistle blows as Benford thinks he's going to bust through the pile and take it in for a touchdown, which isn't going to happen, as he was stopped with forward progress. But they did get the first down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Porter at the Longview 38. 8:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 49-0. Longview on top. Fake to the fullback. Now the quarterback will keep it. Flag goes down, as does Evan Pickens. And we'll see what the call is. Probably a hold when you see it thrown in that area. Just trying to run an option, and I'm telling you, Fuller was the one that turned him back in. There's just no room to run sideline to sideline, John.
There hadn't been the entire game. I mean, they just...
So they'll come out with 2 wide to the left side. They have an H-back to the left. Play action. They pump once. Pickens throws it deep downfield. Coming back to catch it at the 6-yard line and got it and hangs on to it is Darville Allen, and a flag thrown down against Longview probably for pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like there was contact by Longview.
Yeah, in there getting a hit on him before he got to the ball was Kelvin. No, is that Kelvin Washington? Is that 20? Thought I saw 20, but that can't be because that's running back Kelvin Washington. That's 28. That's Javian Robertson. Sorry about that. So that pass interference is declined because the gain was all the way down to the 9-yard line. Actually to the 6. It's a 33-yard catch. And here comes Porter, first and goal. First time they've had the ball this deep all night. They'll run a speed option, pressure coming, and a sack. All the way back by Javian Robertson around the 19-yard line. Wow.
Well,
again, nobody blocking from the backside. And Robertson just took it away from him. So with the ball marked at the 18-yard line, it's second and goal now. Actually, line of scrimmage will be the 14 at second and goal from the 14. 7:09 to play. Too wide to the left side. Ball's in the middle of the field. H-back drifts to the left. Play action. Quarterback rolling left. He throws it up. It's caught at the 5-yard line. Going up high to get the ball is number 22, Adrian Estrada. And again, he gets it down to a third and goal at the 5.
Kason Brooks on the stop.
First semblance of offense Porter's had really all night long, and they've gotten some help.
Yeah, so you got a couple of penalties in this, but they've moved the ball down to the 5. Let's see what they try here.
On third and goal, send a man in motion. They run the jet sweep. Allen gets blown up at the 4-yard line. Again, boy, you're trying to run sideline to sideline against one of the fastest defenses in the state.
Rash Fuller with the tackle.
Fuller made the tackle. And again, usually there's 5 Lobos for every Porter man around the ball. So now you got fourth and goal from the 4. Clock running at 5:53 to go in the third quarter. Here come the Spartans. Play action, fade, ball slant, caught over the middle, touchdown Porter. Catch made by Aaron Gillum.
Pass is complete to
Spartans
Julian.
are on the board.
Touchdown Spartan.
So a long drive by the Porter Spartans. And a little bit of pride shown there on that touchdown drive on the 4-yard pass.
Yeah, they actually put together a pretty nice drive, the first one of the game.
Extra point by Victor Avila is up, and it's good. And the shutout is gone. Longview leads it 49-7 with 5:38 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Joe and staff at J&K Trucking and Construction takes this time to recognize and salute the men and women in uniform who are standing tall for our political and economic freedom around the world. This message is courtesy of J&K Trucking and Construction, your trucking and construction professionals serving our area with quality and integrity since 2004. They also specialize in dirt, gravel, excavation services, and all your earth-moving needs. Call Kim at 903-520-6317. They're highly recommended year after year for customer satisfaction.
Avila will kick it off for Porter after they score on a 4-yard touchdown pass. Nobody back deep for Longview that time on the kickoff. It just goes into the end zone and out the back, and it's a touchback for the Lobos. Evans Pickin with a 4-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Gilliam. cuts the Lobo lead to 49-7 with 5:38 to go here in the third quarter. Longview will start at their own 25-yard line.
That's a 12-play drive for them, so easily their best drive of the game, and ends up with the score.
And you got to tip your hat to them for showing some character coming in after a brutal first half. They'll hand it off, Longview does. And getting a short gain on the play. That's Alex Hawkins, who got out to the 30 for a 5-yard gain, and it's second down and 5. Lobos have been in total control of this game since their first defensive possession. They punted on their first possession of the night, and after that, the sky fell in on Porter. Andrew Tutt has 3 touchdown passes. The Lobos have 2 interceptions. They have a punt return by Willie Nelson for a score. He's also got a pick 6. Handoff coming to Alex Hawkins. Hawkins to the 35-yard line. He spilled there, but that's going to be a first down for the Lobos. 4:45 to go, and the official's saying run the clock, so I got a feeling that we're going to take some time wherever we can get it from here on out. Maverick Rowe came in late in the second quarter, and he's been in ever since. He sends 2 wide out to the left side. He'll be in the gun with a pistol. Hawkins, the tailback, handoff, taken to him, hit in the backfield, then spins and gets forward to the 36-yard line for a gain of 1.
Alex Hawkins with the carry.
Second down and 9. Again, Lobos, if everything holds up the way it's supposed to, the way it looks right now, Frisco Reedy would be their next opponent next week in round 2 of the playoffs. Where, when, day, and all that, we'll have to let you know. Second down and 9. Rowe rolls to his right, fires it right sideline. Ball out of the reach of the intended receiver, Jalen Taylor, incomplete. That stops the clock at 3:34 to go in the third quarter. See a lot of these kind of games in the first round of the playoffs when you got a district champion taking on a 4th place team. You'll see scores like this all over the state.
Yeah, when Longview ranked 2nd in the state. And
Rowe rolls right, fires it, caught, 50-yard line. Catch made by number 89, Bryant Williams, and it's going to be good for a first down after a 15-yard pass from Maverick Rowe.
Maverick Rowe's pass is complete to Bryant Williams for a first down.
I'm not sure, but that could be his first catch.
I've never called his name.
That's good for him.
Good for a tight end. And it's 1st and 10 Lobos inside the Porter 49-yard line. 3 wide to the left side. They'll hand it off. Hit in the backfield. Ball comes out. And it's going to be recovered by Porter. And I want to say that's our buddy Mason Lundy that could not hang on to the football. Man, he just got it stripped.
Yeah, just pulled out. Really wasn't a big hit. He just got his arm underneath the ball and yanked it out.
Cameron Sims recovered the fumble. First turnover of the night for the Lobos. And so Porter will take over at their own 48-yard line. 2:49 to play in the third quarter. Handoff and blown up again in the backfield. You don't see much positive yardage coming anywhere for the Porter Spartans, as the carry was made by Landon Benford, and he is hammered back there I want to say Darrensburg. Loss of 1 on the play. It is now 2nd down and 11 from the 48. Handoff up the middle. Again, nowhere to go. All he does is run into a wall and get shoved back. The interior of the Longview defensive line having its way. And Harper was the one that made the tackle. No gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Porter at their own 49. 1:45 to play, 3rd quarter. Man in motion. The H-back floats to the right. Rolling right. Quarterback fires deep left field. And it's caught, almost intercepted out there.
Should have been. It was dropped. But
DeAndre Drish jumped up and hit him, and he should have caught it. Just didn't. That's an inexperienced player back there who missed a good opportunity. Because the ball was just thrown up in the air like a punt. And it was three defenders around the single receiver. So Porter is going to have to punt the football again. 4th down and 9 unless they decide they want to go for it here at midfield.
They keep looking over the sideline, and then maybe they are going to go for it.
Okay, they are going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Back to throw. They try to set up a screen. It's caught. Still running at the 49 and then dropped. 8 yards shy of that 1st down. Allen was the guy that caught it. Nobody on the Longview defense was fooled. Brendan Reese slowed him down. Javian Robertson knocked him down for the tackle. The ball goes over on downs.
I'm not sure I really understand why you do that. Maybe there's some reason.
Just had a long drive and some success. Thought, why not, you know? So for the Longview 49, Lobos will start 1st and 10. Handed off up the middle. Alex Hawkins gets to around the 46-yard line. And the clock continues to run with 1:06 to play.
Hawkins on the carry.
He comes out now, checking in for Longview. Julius McGee. So we're seeing a lot of people in here in this second half that we haven't seen all year. McGee will go out wide left. We have a lone wide receiver to the right. H-back to the right. And a handoff. And McGee fights to around the 42-yard line. We've not seen him run.
Julius
McGee getting his first carries at tailback tonight.
Yeah, good for him.
He's got to be about 9th on the depth chart at tailback, and he's getting a chance to play tonight. That's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Longview is going to go into the 4th quarter leading 49-7 in round 1 of the high school football playoffs. That's the end of the 3rd, and the score 49-7. Longview on top of Porter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Some intimate parts need the gentle, easy trim of a Gillette trimmer. And some need the closeness and comfort of a Gillette Intimate razor, while others need a Gillette Anti-Chafe Stick. Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get, down there. Buy now.
Exergen thermometers are the smart choice when selecting your thermometer because accuracy matters. Exergen thermometers are fast, non-evasive, and clinically accurate for medical and home use. Find Exergen thermometers at Walmart and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts today and we'll install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Dive into true crime on Pluto TV. Unravel the mysteries on Forensic Files and Dateline 24/7. Plus, watch thousands of other crime movies and TV shows, all for free. Download Pluto TV on all your favorite devices and start streaming now.
You're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on 106.5 Jack FM. Longview Lobo football, brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable. Now let's get back to the game on 106.5 Jack FM.
Start of the fourth quarter of this ball game, and Kiefer Doxey gets a jet sweep for 9 yards to the Porter 41-yard line for Longview. Longview leads at 49-7. Looks like they're headed for a date against Frisco Reedy. Reedy leading Carrollton Newman Smith 37-7 after 3 quarters. But right now, just a matter of trying to get this one finished up. From the 41, handoff, Julius McGee pushing the pile. Whistle hasn't blown yet, and he gets across the 30. And that's Alex Hawkins at that time had the carry. They're running like 9 running backs in the game now. Hawkins gets that big push to the 32-yard line and a first down for the Lobos. 10:44 to go in the game. 49-7, Longview on top. Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn here at the stadium. Matt Morton back at pushing the buttons at the station. Longview's emptied its bench tonight. They turn, they hand it off to Hawkins. Hawkins up the middle to the 25. Still going at the 23. And he gets 8 on the play to second down and 2. Ball will be at the 24-yard line.
Hawkins that's his 6th carry of the game for Hawkins.
A lot of running backs getting a chance to touch the ball tonight. Lobos taking a lot of time just getting in and out of the huddle, trying to burn as much clock as they can. Hawkins will take the handoff, comes up the middle, still running, and will get to about the 14, 13-yard line. Big push on a second and short situation, gets the first down and a whole lot more down to the 14. 11 yards on the gain. When the Lobos want to, they can just shove Porter around on the lines, both sides.
Yeah, they could have dialed their own number here tonight if they left all the starters in.
1st and 10, Longview at the Porter 15. I formation with a fullback from under center. Rowe hands it off to that fullback, and he'll fight to the 10-yard line. That's Lundy.
Mason Lundy.
So he got
with the carry.
3 yards on the gain. They'll actually spot him down at the 13. And again, they'll take a lot of time just getting the call in from the sidelines, trying to run as much clock as possible. Play clock at 16 and still waiting for Rowe just to go get in the huddle. They break the huddle at 9 seconds to go on the play clock. 6, 5, handoff, tailback Hawkins. Hawkins dropped after a short gain to the 11-yard line. And it's 8:18 to go in the game. So they're trying to burn at least 45 seconds off of this every time they touch the ball. Now it's 3rd down and 7. Longview at the Porter 12. Longview will go to 10-1 on the season. Their only loss, a 2-point loss to McKinney High School back in the opener. This will be their 10th win in a row. In the eye. Option play. Rowe keeps it. Rowe's going to try to get around the end and can't. He'll get stopped at the 10. And it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like they're going to send the field goal team on. And Dre Mitchell is going to have a chance to try a field goal.
Rowe on the keeper.
Get him a little experience this year. I think this will be his first field goal attempt of the year, right?
I think you're right. They spot it at the 16. It's a 26-yard try. Snap is back. Mitchell's kick is up. And it's good. He gets on the board.
Well, that was pretty impressive just to come out for the first time and
field goal
kick it right down the middle.
51-yard drive. Dre Mitchell with the field goal. That makes it 52-7. Longview on top. 6:55 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
Don't let a faulty furnace leave you out in the cold this winter. At Stonebridge Heating and Air Conditioning, our job is to make sure your system is Stonebridge strong. For a limited time, Stonebridge Heating and AC is offering a $79 furnace tune-up. That's right, only $79 to make sure your furnace is Stonebridge strong all winter long. Give us a call today at 903-258-9939 or visit us at stonebridgeac.com.
52-7, Longview on top, and Dre Mitchell pooch kicks it.
Dre Mitchell.
On the ensuing kickoff, it's taken on a fair catch at the 35-yard line by number 12, Joseph Collins for Porter. Spartans will start this drive with 6:55 to play in the ball game. They will be at their own 35-yard line. Without disrespecting the opponent, this was a little more than a scrimmage to get ready for next week's ball game in the playoff.
Yeah, I know it is.
I'm afraid.
It worries you a little bit, too, because this was so easy. You just got to keep your edge in this playoffs every week.
1st and 10, Porter. Too wide to the right side. They'll roll their quarterback to the right. Now he's going to get hit from behind. And the ball comes out, and he stays down. And the Lobos have it, and they return it back to about the 10, 15-yard line, trying to catch who that was out there. Shepard. Zarius Shepard returned the fumble.
No wonder he was running so hard. He thought he had a touchdown.
Wow. So Zarius Shepard returned the fumble to the 15-yard line.
He was dragging one of the Porter players about 5 yards and had it the back of his jersey. He wanted that score.
I wish he'd have gotten it.
I do too.
Give those defensive linemen some love for the kind of game they played tonight. 6:43 to go. Lobos have the football. They're up 52-7, doing everything they can to burn as much clock as they can. And yet they've got the ball at the Porter 16, 17-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, I don't think Longview will do too much here.
I wouldn't think so. They're going to run a jet sweep. Coming right, dropped behind the line, back at around the 16-yard line. Going to be a loss on the play. And that is number 16, Jalen Taylor, who took the jet sweep. No gain. It's going to be second down. Okay, we do have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Porter. That'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty. We've seen a few of those tonight.
Yeah, you get unsportsmanlike. Now Longview gets it down to the 7 or 8 yard line. First down, so.
They're trying not to score.
Yeah.
Clock is run. 6:24 to play. Rowe comes in. He's in the I formation. Under center, handoff, Lundy. Lundy across the 5 down to around the 4 yard line.
Lundy.
He's tackled by number 49, Owen Martin. Second down and goal from the 5 yard line. They're going to do everything they can to burn as much clock before they inevitably stick this in the end zone.
You know, Lundy got in one of the games not 3-4 weeks ago, and if you want to just turn around and give it to him, he's a hard guy to tackle.
They'll hand it off to the fullback again, and he fights to around the 2 yard line. I'm not sure that's Lundy this time, though. And we got a little bit more pushing and shoving going on. No, that time, I believe the handoff was to number 12, Brian Peoples. Hard to make it out for sure.
Yeah,
it wasn't 12, and I apologize for that. But Hawkins is at tailback now. It is 3rd and goal, and a flag comes down as the ball snapped. I don't know if Rowe was just trying to do a quarterback sneak or.
I think that was Julius McGee on that other.
Okay, you're right.
Because he's in there at fullback now.
Okay.
Not that he's.
When we saw Lundy putting up the big numbers and having the good game, I think it was back against North Mesquite.
Yeah.
And that was another one of these kind of games. But I'm seeing guys tonight that we didn't even see then or last week. Because this thing was 49-0 at halftime. It's 3rd down and goal from the 6 yard line. They'll hand it off to the fullback, and he'll fight to get to what looks like about the 1 yard line. And that is going to be Julius McGee. And the clock runs at 4:26 to go. And now it's 4th and goal from the 4 yard line. I mean,
Julius
you could say take a knee, but that'd be about as insulting as anything you could do to a team. But they're going to let the clock run down as far as they can.
And they'll run it just a dive play. See what happens.
McGee is right behind Rowe, who is under center. And Rowe hands it off to McGee. And McGee just walks into the end zone for the touchdown. So Julius McGee with his touchdown.
Julius McGee takes it in for a Lobo touchdown.
So he's got something he can talk about now. He's got his name in the box score for a playoff game for the Lobos.
Yeah, I mean,
Dre Mitchell will come in to try the extra point. Snap high, ball's down though, and it's up, and it's good. Now Longview leads it by a score of 59-7. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Do you know how much you're really paying for life insurance through work? I can almost guarantee you're overpaying for limited coverage. I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent for over 20 years. My clients are shocked to learn how expensive life insurance at work really is because of a rate that's driven up by unhealthy people. Why pay more when you don't have to? For over 35 years, Select Quote has helped people save 50% or more by shopping highly rated insurance carriers. I found a 40-year-old man with high blood pressure, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. Don't procrastinate. Workplace open enrollment will be here soon. Let Select Quote save you money and get you the coverage you need to protect your family.
For your free quote in just minutes, call 1-800-242-3311. That's 1-800-242-3311. 1-800-242-3311. Or go to SelectQuote.com.
Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Ray Mitchell will now try to kick it off. Final 3:53 of this ball game. Longview kicking it off. It's a high, short kick. Fair catch made at the 26-yard line. Porter has the football. They trail 59-7. Longview led 49-0 at halftime. They are just trying to get out of here. John King's got a long trip to Clemson, South Carolina tomorrow for a morning game between Georgia Tech and their quarterback Haynes King and the Clemson Tigers. And he'll be feeling pretty good about this one tonight, 59-7 in a game that was basically over after the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's a well-played Longview game. Sets up, which will be a better opponent next week for sure. Frisco Reedy.
Frisco Reedy again up 37-7 when we last looked. And Porter got to the line of scrimmage, and then they had to call a timeout, and Billy Russell, the head coach, looks a little frustrated. His team just came out and just was not ready for what Longview had to offer tonight.
See, I mean, and that happens a lot because depending on the people you play, then you go into the playoffs and you just run into a buzzsaw, and they just we just overwhelmed them. That was just they couldn't do anything.
It really just came down to the fact that the Longview defensive front was just unblockable. And they came in unblocked most of the night.
You can't block the defensive line.
You can't call. There's not a play you can call, is there?
No.
There's no such adjustment after that.
No.
All right. Quarterback rolls to his left, throws it underneath. It's dropped at the 34-yard line. So Peyton Evans Pickens came in with some fanfare, and he obviously has some talent, but boy, again, his offensive line around him just did not give him much of a chance.
It seems like with 3:47 left, we're down 59-7. You just would run the ball and let's try to get this over.
They'll run the power left. They'll hand it off to the fullback. Fullback gets dropped right there at the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. Other than one drive, I'm wondering if Porter had double figures in rushing yardage. Other than that long drive here in the second half. It's just not been a pretty night for the Porter offense. Second down and 10 for Porter. They are at their own 27-yard line. It's third down and 9 now. Pickens back to throw, fires it. It's broken up. Great defensive play. I want to say Javen Robinson, who broke up that pass that was intended for number 13, Hudson Martin. Ball was thrown, and it was almost picked off. Check that. No. 30, 25. Najarian Young. Okay. Another young defensive back we've not even seen on the field before tonight. And he almost had a pick. Fourth down and 9.
To your question about how many yards, I've added up the ones I've got. They've only got like 52 yards. Mine's probably off some, but not too far.
It can't be too far off. This time a punt gets away, almost blocked again. That's happened all night long. This time the punt return taken at the 40-yard line, and we had a cheap shot. Player gets hit in the stomach by a Porter player, and a flag goes down, so you're going to see 15 yards on that one. This guy, there was a block in the back. That was against Longview, and that's going to be a block in the back against the Lobos.
Legal block in the back.
Yep.
25.
That was called on Najarian Young, the young man that almost had the interception on the previous play. So Longview with the ball one more time. 3 minutes even to go in this game. They'll start at their own 30.
I think they'll run this clock out in this possession.
They're going to sure try. Here comes Maverick Rowe. They'll come out in the gun with 2 wide to the right side. Lundy will take the handoff on the sweep. He'll get 10, get to the 41,
Mason Lundy
and get the first down. That looks like Mason Lundy that we saw a few weeks ago.
He's a load. I mean, he just turns in there and makes yardage, at least in the games that he's been in that we've seen.
He's a junior. He's only 5'7" and 160 pounds. But I can see this kid playing some fullback next year, no doubt.
Yep.
1st and 10 Lobos with 2:30 to go in the game. 59-7 they lead. Hawkins sets up in the slot to the right side. They've got 2 wideouts to the right. And again, they'll hand it off to Lundy. Lundy runs right into a man at the 41-yard line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 2 minutes even left in this contest. Run clock run.
That's about 3 plays, and this is going to be over.
Rowe checks to the sidelines, checks into the huddle with 20 seconds to go. Now he's just going to stand there and watch the play clock run down inside 10. They'll snap the ball with 8 seconds to go on the play clock. Hawkins, again, down the right side, gets to around the 48-yard line. A fumble on the play, and Porter recovers it. You know, and when you're looking at all these new faces in the game, there's not much you can say about it. It's just, you know, you've got guys that just aren't used to playing in these varsity ball games, playing in a playoff game, so you just have to chalk these up to the kind of mistakes that kids will make. They're babies out there right now.
What we don't like about it is this is going to keep this going the clock for another minute and a half.
1:24 to go in the ball game. Porter has the ball at the Longview 49-yard line. They're in that power eye. Quarterback will keep it after faking to the fullback. He's got a lot of room. 40, 35 down. After a nice run by Peyton Evans Pickens, one of the few times that option has worked tonight. Made a good fake to the fullback and was able to get that ball down to the 35-yard line.
Don't forget, we don't have anybody close to a starter out there.
This is true. 1st and 10, Porter at the Longview 35. Again, they'll fake it to the fullback. Now the quarterback rolls to his right, tries to pitch it. Lateral pursuit, not going to happen. Longview makes the stop. Bryce Fuller tackles the running back on a doomed option play. Stanley Wang was the running back that took the pitch. Quarterback wasn't going to make any yardage, neither was the pitch man. 28 seconds to go. Maybe this is the last play. Now the quarterback will keep it. Now he pitches it on the option, and he gets hit in the backfield. And again, big play. I want to say Bryce Fuller on that one.
Bryce Fuller.
And I would think that's the last play of this ball game.
Yeah.
Bryce Fuller makes the tackle, and that's going to end this thing mercifully. They let the last 5 seconds run off, and the Longview Lobos will move on to round 2 of the playoffs. The final score tonight in the bi-district round, Region 2, Class 5A, Division 1 rather, Longview wins it by a score of 59-7. And now it looks like they're headed for a date with Frisco Reedy. We'll be hearing from John King shortly, and hopefully we'll have more details on where and when that game will be played. But as we move into the post-game, brought to you by Sorey and Hoover Law Firm, Longview wins it 59-7. We'll take a timeout. We'll recap the scoring here You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Bish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas, and we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back, and Bish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall, because if we're gonna go play, we might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Welcome to the Longview Lobo postgame show
on 106.5 Jack FM. Brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn back here at Lobo Stadium, where the presentation of the by-district trophy has been given to John King and the Longview Lobos as they win tonight in the first round of the Class 5A Division I Region II playoffs, 52-7 over Porter. Recapping the scoring in this ball game, it was all Longview. After they opened the ball game with a ragged first drive, they punted the football, and then after that, it was like a different ball game. Willie Nelson intercepted a pass, took it back 28 yards for a touchdown to make it 7-0 Longview with 8:47 to go in the first quarter. Following a shanked Porter punt that went only 16 yards. That set up a 40-yard drive, and Kelvin Washington with a 5-yard touchdown run gave the Lobos a 14-0 lead with 7:02 to go in the quarter. Next possession, Porter's got to punt it. It's almost blocked. The punter takes off and runs. Jamaris Morrow tackles him at the 20-yard line. That sets up the Lobos with a Taylor Tatum run of 20 yards. 21-0 Longview, 5:21 to play in the first quarter. Porter comes right back, punts it again. Lobos drive 51 yards. Andrew Tutt, 36 yards to DeKalen Reese for a touchdown to make it 28-0 Longview with 1:33 to go, and that's where it was at the end of the first quarter. Tutt threw another touchdown pass to Ethan Harrison for 25 yards in the score to make it 35-0. Willie Nelson had a 63-yard punt return for a score to make it 42-0 Longview. That's all still in the second quarter. Buda Garrett had an interception. That led to an Andrew Tutt to D.K. Reese, 37-yard touchdown pass, the third of the half for Andrew Tutt. And that gave Longview a 49-0 lead, and that's where it was at halftime. In the second half, Porter got things going with a long drive. They had an 85-yard drive, a lot of it aided by penalties, but they also had one long explosive play, a catch that was made at the 5-yard line. And then Evans Picken, the quarterback, had a 4-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Gilliam. Point after was good, made it 49-7. Longview on top, 5:38 to go third quarter. And then as we move on, Dre Mitchell was able to kick a 26-yard field goal to make it 52-7. Longview with 6:55 to go in the game. And then after that, Zarius Shepard picked up a fumble and ran it back to the Porter 15. That set up Julius McGee with a 1-yard run. And Longview goes on to win it by a score of 59-7. So as you can see by some of the names we called in the second half, everybody got to play tonight, Johnny.
Yeah, I think everybody on the team played. I don't think anybody missed, and a lot of guys got to play a whole lot, which makes a difference because it's a long football season, and if you're a backup and you don't get to play much, to get that opportunity like tonight where you're in the playoffs, I think it's worthwhile to a lot of players. I think Longview hit on all cylinders tonight. The defensive line was remarkable, and the only thing that you got to remember is, Longview is in these playoffs to win the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Some of these teams aren't. So you don't want to sit and lose your edge because this game was so easy, because it's going to get harder and harder and harder. I don't think that'll happen, but this was a great effort by Longview, and if we can string a few of those together, this team could go a long way.
Well, if they continue to play like they played tonight, obviously they've got a real strong chance. It will be a tougher test next week when they take on Frisco Reedy, no doubt, because that's obviously what appears to be where we're headed right now, because it was 37-7 the last time we looked. And so we think it's going to be Longview against Frisco Reedy, and we'll be talking to Coach John King very shortly about that. The Sory and Hoover postgame show continues. When we return, it is 59-7, Longview on top of Porter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sory and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sory and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star. 0% for 72 months or get $9,000 off. Ram heavy-duty trucks. The largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on.
Brian Houston back here at Longview Lobo Stadium. Lobos win it by a score of 52-7, and joining us right now after collecting yet another by-district trophy is Coach John King of the Longview Lobos. Coach, congratulations, first of all.
Well, thank you very much. I'm real proud of our kids. Number one, being able to make the postseason for the 23rd year in a row and get a home game, which those are always special. And coming up the tunnel, a couple of those seniors stopped. I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Coach, it's our last home game." And I kind of hit them walking up that tunnel. But what a great effort out of our kids. We did what we needed to do to advance to round two and have one more week together. And our goal will be, as always, in the playoff, trying to go 1-0.
Coach, what's it like to have to coach in a game like this where you take control that early and now it's just trying to get out of here without getting anybody hurt because you know it's over by halftime?
Well, we wanted to make sure that we played well early, and try to build a lead and force them to do things that they really don't want to do. And we were able to do that with big plays. And, we went with the twos in the last drive of the first half to run out the clock and played the whole second half with our twos on offense and mixed in some other guys, and then, did the same thing defensively. So, it affects your play call, to be honest with you, because you don't want to run a score up. You're not trying to intentionally run a score up and see how many points you can score. You're trying to run the clock, get all the kids in, but you also, like for Maverick, want him to throw the ball a little bit, so, you don't want to throw bombs. So we did a little bit and then leaned on the running game. Just kind of disappointed we turned it over twice in the second half with fumbles. And, regardless of who's in the game, you don't turn the ball over.
One of the things very noticeable from play one when you guys took the defense, your defensive line was just unblockable tonight. I don't think they've been blocked yet.
Well, and their scheme doesn't block them. I mean, our job tonight was to squeeze and read and hit the dive first when they tried to run the mesh inside with the dive, take the dive away. Then the next guy had to play the quarterback, slow play him to make him hold the ball longer, make him pitch it. Then the secondary runs to the pitch, and that's how you play triple option football. And you have to play assignment football. You can't pin your ears back like it's third and long every time and get up the field. You couldn't do that tonight. And our guys were disciplined enough to do that, defeated blocks when they were blocked and squeezed, and played assignment football when they weren't.
And you got scores off your special teams. Willie Nelson returns a punt.
Yeah, Willie had a pick six, had a punt return, which was nice to have, and then we made big plays throwing the ball. And I don't know how many touches Taylor and Boosie had tonight, but we didn't need them to carry it 25 times a night. It's nice to be able to do that and keep them fresh, But I'm sure if we'd have needed them to, they would have.
I'm just wondering if you pulled some kids out of the stands to run the ball in the second half.
Well, what was nice to see was Julius McGee, a senior, scored his first touchdown, and that was by design. I was going to pound that dive until he got in there. I was going to give him a chance to. And he's a kid that has fought some injuries, but he's just an outstanding young man. And, what he does during practice, we do some signaling, and he's over there, and he's learning all the signals. So this week I let him signal a few plays, and I was just glad to get him some action, and then, of course, the touchdown was great. So, but, yeah, we emptied the bench, and we even invented one. We tried to get Jalen Taylor the jet sweep, just get the receiver a touch, since we weren't throwing it much. So, but it was a good night for the Lobos.
Well, now you know that Frisco Reedy won tonight handily. I think it was 52-14 was what they did tonight against Newman Smith out of Carrollton. I assume you guys already talked about where and when and all that you're going to do for next week.
Yes, we have. Frisco Reedy's the team that made a playoff run last year. They got beat by Timberview in the third round, so we saw some video on them last year, but I'm not surprised by the score. I figured it would be a lopsided score, but yes, we have already talked. We will play Friday 7 p.m. at Mesquite Memorial, so that's already been decided, and nice to be able to work with people and get that done in advance, whether it's Mesquite ISD, working with Cody Groves, and an agreement between the two opposing coaches if we won. So, but that's one less headache to deal with tomorrow.
Absolutely. Speaking of tomorrow, where's John King going to be tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to start at DFW 5:30 a.m. and I'm going to be in Clemson, I hope, by kickoff. It's going to be a tight window. I land at 10:49 and the game starts at 12. And I got a 45-minute Uber ride. So.
Man,
yeah,
him my life.
Yeah, hey buddy, let's go. Go watch the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. But there's some other things I've got to figure out. Can't bring my bag with me because of the clear bag policy. I can't leave it outside the stadium. So I'm going dressed. But no, my wife's already there. She took some change of clothes for me. So it took some planning. But hey, I'll be back in here Sunday by noon, and we'll go work on round 2.
My goodness, man. I'm telling you, I don't know how you do this every weekend. Get through with one thing, and you're up on 3 hours sleep going for the next thing.
Well, it's because I got a good staff. That's what enables me to do that, and they'll have the plan ready, and we've been working a little bit in advance on some of the stuff. So it wears you out a little bit, and some Sundays get long, but it's not going to last forever. So like I've said before, I'm going to try to make every one I can.
Okay, now I've just I'm just joking when I say this, but do you take that by-district trophy and just kind of throw it in a back closet someplace because you got about 50 of them?
No. That trophy, along with the district championship trophy, is going to be on a table at the entrance of the Lobo Den. That's kind of where we put them all, and they're all important. Let's not take it for granted, because there's a bunch of people that's never won one. And we've been fortunate to win a bunch of them, but they're all special. It's all, it's just memories, lifelong bragging rights for these kids, and the tradition continues. So great to be a part of that.
Well, Coach, thank you for letting us be a part of it. We've enjoyed it tonight. Great ball game tonight.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you all. And I know Johnny's happy. Tight end's had a couple of catches. He's on me every Friday morning about we're going to throw the ball to tight end. We did 4 times tonight.
He's already wringing his hands wondering if you've lost your edge because the game was over by halftime.
I lost my edge, I can tell you that.
Not you, the team. I knew you didn't lose your edge.
No, those kids are ready to play, but it was a fun night. And again, I'm proud of these. There's 33 seniors, and they've been special since they've been here, and I sure would like to coach them all the way to the end, and that's going to be our goal. But we gotta go take care of business next week.
Very good, John King. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that by-district trophy. Longview Lobos win it tonight by a score of 52-7. They win the 5A Division I Region II by-district trophy, and they go on to play against Frisco Reedy next week. Frisco Reedy a winner over Newman Smith tonight, 52-14. Ball game will be at Mesquite Memorial Stadium at 7 p.m. next Friday night. That means you'll hear the John King Show at 6:30. 7 o'clock, Johnny Vaughn and I will be here for the kickoff for Longview against Frisco Reedy. So once again, thanks very much to Sory & Hoover Law Firm for sponsoring our post-game show. Johnny, thank you. Thanks to Matt Morton back at the station. And we will see you next week at Mesquite Memorial for round 2 of the Texas High School football playoffs. Brian Houston for Johnny Vaughn. Final score again tonight, Longview 59 and Porter 7. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Thanks for listening to the Longview Lobo postgame show, an exclusive broadcast presentation on 106.5 Jack FM.
Also brought to you by the law offices of Sory & Hoover.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sory & Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sory & Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced, just better. This is who we are, and they know it too.
You've been listening to Longview Lobo High School Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
The Longview Lobo Football Radio Network, presented by Peter Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview. Longview Kilgore Cable TV. The law offices of Sory & Hoover. Eastman Credit Union. First Choice Personnel. Sophie's Car Wash. Bish RV of Longview. Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center. The Bug Police. Flood Out Restoration. McDaniel's Quality Body Works. And Telco Plus Credit Union. This is the Lobo Nation on the Longview Lobos Radio Network. 106.5 Jack FM.